Fam, weekend time. How you doing? Feeling all right? And please tell me you're feeling all right. This is very important these days, and this is not a question to be taken for granted anymore. Whoo, man. We got another player on that list. As you know, man, I mean, I look at, I keep worrying every day. Now, Fred, Mr. God, I can't. Our running back, Jeffrey Wilson, he's the next dude. You know, they canceled a baseball game the other day, and I keep wondering what would the NFL do if indeed you have a certain amount of players testing positive just at the wrong time. Just real quickly, there's this new pooling type test they do where they can actually take samples from a bunch of, like this is going to work for players a lot. You take the samples from a bunch of people, you test a bunch, and then they throw it into this process where if everybody's fine, they can move on. It'll move the testing period. It'll move the testing up a little faster, right? Check it out. And if there's one person in there, then you got to go and test them all. But if everybody tests clean, then you can just keep moving, and that could be really something really effective, I think. And we'll see if it takes off in the league or not. They're working on it, like they're working on so many other things. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't want to talk about coronavirus. Hey, because we got one guy, Jeffrey, man. Oh, my God, he's on the NFL COVID list. All right, anyway. Fam, during the 2018 season, second-year tight end George Kittle demonstrated that he was no ordinary player and an NFL standout. His record-setting season shocked the league. During the 2019 campaign, any and all doubts about the GK child were put to complete rest. The NFL has seen enough, and GK has now become a focus of teams in the NFC to a point that defensive personnel decisions are being made with Kittle in mind. I mean, you sit down with your execs and everything else. Okay, we've got to do something about the 49ers now. George Kittle is something we've got to come to terms with and find a way to neutralize his, they got to go on and on. Whoa, George, look at you, man. And as you know, the Hawks have recently extended themselves into a questionable deal in an effort to at least contain Kittle, because you're not going to stop him, but you got to at least hope to contain him, right? With an extremely expensive deal to attain Jamal Adams. We'll be going to the phones tonight to get your response about the impact of all pro George on the NFL. But let me run through some additional things that are impacting the Niner Empire right now. The tweet that has been creating a little bit of a buzz, I look at it as a joke, actually, but over the last few hours is this from the Pick 6 account. Per source, the tweet reads, per source, the 49ers have recently expressed interest in free agent pass rusher Jadeveon Clowney. Seem to be just testing the waters. Nothing is imminent. Unquote. Okay, your feelings on that is I'm going to just move on. NFL Network is reporting that Kittle and the Niners have significant disconnect in contract talks. NFL Network's Mike Silver reported today on Inside Training Camp Live that a gap remains between the all-pro tight end and the 49ers, noting that Kittle doesn't want to be considered a TE in terms of his contract. There remains a pretty significant disconnect philosophically between the Niners and George Kittle's camp, and that, according to Mike Silver, was quoted saying the Niners believe they want to reset the tight end market and give him a great tight end deal, and Kittle is kind of saying, I think I'm more than just a tight end. It's been a really flat market at that position. Jimmy Graham was kind of the standard off his 2014 deal. Austin Hooper eclipsed that by a little bit this past March in free agency. But if you look at him as a tight end, yeah, George Kittle can reset the market. But George Kittle, who was just voted the 7th best player in the league by his peers, and in Silver's opinion, has earned the distinction, is thinking, I don't want to be called a tight end for the purposes of these negotiations, unquote. Fam, this may be a little more serious than last year. We were crying about Robbie Gould, and this could be a little more intense. Kittle does have a good point there. No matter what you think he does. I mean, I'm not saying no matter what you think. I mean, no matter what, he kind of is right. He's not an ordinary everyday tight end. That's what I mean. So he has a good point. In fact, that growing narrative is cultivated today's headline subject. Because everybody knows GK can be as bad as Freddy Krueger on opposing defenses, man. I mean, players, owners, coaches, everybody's waking up in the middle of the night thinking they're about to be killed because they can't sleep. He is that guy that keeps defensive coordinators up all night. Mrs. Kittle's first-team All-Pro and two-time Pro Bowl selection has recorded back-to-back seasons of over 1,000 receiving yards, and highlights of him carrying New Orleans Saints defenders down the field is a reminder that Dr. Bruce Banner may not be the only person that was in that room that day. He was actually hit with them gamma rays, morphing him into something that we can't even define. George may have been just a tiny little toddler, may have crawled in that room. Gamma rays bouncing all over the walls, hitting baby Kittle. And all of a sudden, Kittle's like, and as he grows up, he becomes an NFL 49er. True story. I'll tell you, that thing him carrying down, I've played that, I've got that on a loop. I'm just watching Kittle dragging these dudes and jumping all over him. Kittle's just rolling down the field like, man, y'all got to get some more help over here because I am not coming down. Oh! Anyway, GK will likely sign a long-term deal. No way. They're not going to let him get away. He's not leaving. Somebody's already, I think Grant Combs already put it out there. George Kittle. Grant, would you stop it? God. Anyway, GK will likely sign a long-term deal sometime soon, meaning NFC West defenses will continue to suffer regardless as to their feeble efforts to stop him for the foreseeable future. In fact, the Hawks gave up the farm for Jamal Adams. He's only a safety. That's a one-man situation. He's not controlling the entire defense. I mean, hey, come on, man. That was some would criticize that they gave up too much. Duh. But in a division with Kittle having to be dealt with twice a year, could be Hawksville felt it had to do something to close a gap on the Niners. And that's almost understandable. I sympathize with Hawks. Is you've got to do what you've got to do, but it's futile. Did the move close the gap? Maybe, or maybe just added another to be GK abused. We'll see. The overwhelming belief is that San Francisco remains the best in the NFC West. Bleacher Report had 3 of about 10 guys that said that the Hawks would actually win, but the Hawks get this love every year. No matter what they look like, people think the Hawks are on the way to the Super Bowl. Why? It could be because of Russell Wilson, who was number 2 in the top 100 of NFL players for 2019 and projected to go so in 2020. That's how that works. GK, though, and his merry men of assassins in the division factored into Seahawks general manager John Schneider's decision to pull the trigger on sending 2, not 1, 2 first-round picks, another selection, and a player to the Jets to acquire one of the league's best defenders. Okay. And he just went ahead. Dude just went ahead and admitted it. He just admitted it. Quoted saying, but you have to have so much speed on the back, especially when we're playing against Kyler Murray and George Kittle, Robert Woods, and all these guys that seem like they're just running all over the place. Unquote. Snyder was crying to Peter King on the NBC Sports Writers podcast. You've got to have as much speed on the field, so adding a guy like Jamal, who has that versatility to play down in the box and play in the hole and play man coverage, is really important to us. Somebody said Jamal's coverage skills are questionable. Okay, but we'll see. The 2 teams split the regular season series with each squad winning once on the road. Added Schneider, though, if you look at the National Football League now, especially our division with all the crossers and talented tight ends that we have, it's important Hugo Amadi and Marquise Blair and Quandre Diggs and now Jamal. It's a really good group. Okay. We also have Lano Hill, who 2 years ago was playing on a very high level, 3 games in a row, and then had a serious hip injury. He's had a really nice offseason, so we're looking forward to seeing him as well. Unquoted. Fam, let me holler at you about this for a second. This is the question. Can we expect these efforts by teams hoping to control the Niners offense by containing George Kittle, play right into Kyle Shanahan's cold-blooded, scheming hands? That's the part that I like the best. Kyle's taking all this stuff in and said, okay, you're going to do that? Oh, I'm going to do this. Will George Kittle take his game to a level that no human being can't even begin to hope to be anything more than part of another added tragedy to the Kittle statistical list? This is so much fun for me. I love it that we have a guy now that's got people rocking and reeling and wondering what the hell to do. Or will Kittle become a decoy that will be directly responsible for sending multiple players on the Niner offense to the Pro Bowl? Just by name, because we're going to the SB. Deal with those questions, fam. What do you think? Hey, dancing with the Nintendo stars. What's up, fam? Mike Silver also stated that BS and Kittle may opt out of season because of the strain in contract talk. Oh, it was him? I thought it was Grant. Thanks for that correction, too. I hope that they work something out. Now, Mike Silver's also the guy that started the story last year that pissed Kyle off about suddenly there was a rift between Kyle Shanahan and, of course, John Lynch. They emphatically said that was not true. Mike Silver was never, ever taking it back. So Mike is getting to the point he's getting on people's nerves every year with the 49ers. And Barack O'Neill, what's up, JJ? He just laid a smiling pile of poop there. What's up, fam? Oh, Cynthia! Hey, Sam! I tried to get it earlier, Sid, but yes, I'm glad you could join us tonight. Hey, Cynthia. And Matt S., hey, shout out from somewhere between in Nevada going back to Bend, Oregon. Go Niners all day long. Corey Michaelente! Aloha from Carson, Cali. Hey, Rob, let's go ahead and sign Clowney for the minimum. The D-line would be nothing to mess with. Thank you again, Oos. Okay, I'll get back to that in a second. Roy Boy, shout out from Coldwater, Michigan. Ain't nothing stopping us. Proud to be a guard dog at Ronbo Sports. And loving you, fam. Hey, Texas boy, unblock me, you Lone Star lightweight. Jerry Fresh. Hey, J Fresh, still in, fam. G Smith. Hey, I'm an essential worker, and I've been away, but I'm always looking up videos I miss, brother. Hey, G Smith, I know y'all. You know, our heart pours out to you, fam. We appreciate you. Mr. Black Eyes 22, Kittle is the best. He's a beast. Pay the man. We need to keep our offense together to destroy opponents' defenses. That's on our schedule. Revenge tour is a must. Fam, man, George ain't going nowhere. Guarantee it. He'd be dragging both. He'd have like Lynch on one leg and Kyle on the other as he's trying to drag him down through the floor trying to get to his car. He'll never get there. Ain't no way in the world George Kittle leaves this team. They're just messing with it for a while until George is like stuck on that page where I'm no mortal human here, man. You guys got to pay me like so. Oh, Dancing with Nintendo Stars. Do you think we should sign Delaney Walker? I do like that idea. We don't have no money, fam. This is the thing. We got $12 million. That's all we got. I just don't know what they're going to do. And next year the cap gets smaller. Hey, Phil, chill. Bill.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Phil, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine.
Oh, fantastic.
Just don't listen to Grant Cohn.
What?
If he had to give up $1 for every time he's wrong, he'd be way broke.
He likes that, though, because everybody's talking about him, right? I mean,
Exactly.
everybody talks
It's
about Grant. But, Phil, okay, some of the things that are going on now, Jadeveon Clowney, George, his abuse of Snyder. Yeah, go ahead.
My opinion of Clowney is the Niners are playing a ploy to drive his salary up. And
I like
to try
that.
to keep Seattle from signing him. So, just like Adams, there was rumors that the Niners were talking to Adams. So, Seattle throws in the farm. So, I just think the Niners are smarter than
people even
front office.
People don't even know. That would be brilliant, but it looks so real. I mean, it does appear to be what's going on.
I mean, that would be my guess. I just can't see us signing Clowney because where would you put him? You know?
Well, you know, we
got
don't know anything
Ford,
about
we got
D Ford.
Armstead, we got
We're not getting any reports on Ford. I hope he's
I
okay.
think yeah, but you know what? No report
Is
good.
good news. Yeah. Yeah.
So if he's out on practice field, then that says everything. We'll know that in a few weeks. But you know, and then we've got Bosa, you know, and Kinlaw, and
Oh, we
what
got
are you going to do? Where are you going to spot all these guys?
Phil. You
So I don't see
Phil,
see it. But
Phil, I just want to
think
point to
it's
something there before you get out of range. Here's the thing. Somebody, we had one of our people put up a stat list of Clowney versus, it was Kevin on Twitter, Clowney versus Ronnie Blair. Do you know Blair statistically has been doing a better job than Jadeveon Clowney?
yeah, and in limited snaps.
Why would, yes. Oh. Why would we do that?
But you got to worry about Blair's knee. Is it going to be healthy by the time?
Yeah, see, that's worrisome that he is on the.
Yeah.
He's already on the list. The pup list.
I saw that. And anyway, the other thing is, I think Kittle, it's going to get done. It's just a matter of time. You know, these things just work their way out, and as soon as we get closer to the season starting, it's happening. And if for Silver and Cone to say that, you know, Kittle's going to opt out, he's already said he's captain of the team, and he wouldn't do that. So, I mean, I believe Kittle that he wouldn't do that.
No, he's already said he
And
would.
so-
I believe him.
I do too. So, you know, but yes, the other teams in the division are getting players to combat Kittle, but I don't think it's going to work.
No, it's not going to work.
You know, Isaiah Simmons at Arizona, that whole draft was about Kittle.
Right? And they needed offensive linemen. And who do they get?
They got a
Buda
guy
Baker,
to try to stop Kittle.
Get Buda Baker some help.
Because Kittle ran over Buda Baker. We know that don't work.
Stepped on his face.
Buda, I'm over here.
Took him into the end zone. Throw it in. Get out of the way, Buda.
So, I mean, yeah, they're thinking about Kittle. They got Kittle in their head right now, and I think Shanahan's going to play that like a fine wine. Just he's going to play him, and it's going to be, you know, Debo, and it's going to be Ayuk, and it's going to be Trent Taylor and Hurd, and you know, we got that kid Warner. Who knows how he's going to play as a
wait, we got that
as
kid
a
who?
pass receiver tight end.
Who?
Warmer, they drafted him.
Chucky. I was going. Wait, is this his first name? Charlie? Charlie Warner. Yeah, WOERNER. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a feeling about him.
I mean,
I got a good
I
feeling
do
about
too.
him.
I think he's going to be another George. You know, great blocker and a guy that can run routes. So,
yeah, because that's what he used to do. Wide receiver. They just became big, strong.
Two
Started
tight end
blocking.
formation. And, oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Jamal Adams, he's never faced George Kittle block. So, you know, just wait. He'll be pancaked.
Somebody.
And then the other thing is, if Adams was that
One
good,
question I
why
want to
would
ask you,
he
Phil.
get so
Phil, let's run
bad?
one question. Do you remember, was Gronkowski in the league before? Yeah, he was in the league before Gronkowski. Adams was in the league before Gronkowski left, wasn't he?
Gronkowski burned him.
Yeah, see, people are saying Gronkowski worked him like a pick handle.
Yeah, he did.
What's George? Okay, go ahead. I just want to throw that in there.
No, I'm just saying that Gronk, you know, he had good games against Adams. But,
And
you know, Adams also played in the AFC East. So you've got two teams that were really bad, Miami and Buffalo at the time. So, you know, and plus you get anybody who plays in New York is way overrated.
It seems.
Just for the fact of being in New York. So you got to factor that in too. We'll see how he does in Seattle, but I don't know. I just I'm looking forward to it. I think Kittle's looking forward to it.
George is probably already licking his chops. You guys got to get more help
Yep.
than that. Maybe you might want to add some couple other guys too. Buddha needs all he can help over in Arizona too. I love playing against Buddha.
And the other thing is, Seattle, they've got probably the weakest defensive
Secondary.
line in the league.
Oh, and that.
They have no pass rush, and they've got no offensive line. So they're down in the trenches. They're horrible. So we'll take them on there. And the other thing is, you look at, they gave up 2 firsts and a third and a starting safety for Jamal Adams, and we only give up a third for Trent Williams.
They gave up so much. That's just
a
crazy.
left tackle. Whatever.
Go Hawks.
I like our front office better than theirs.
I do too. So much more. We do intelligent things in San Francisco. Trent Baalke was never on this level. So this kind of watching this is just amazing. And
They're
I think you're
playing
right,
every
Phil.
team.
Mm-hmm.
They're driving
you're
their
right.
price tag up.
I think the 49ers are plotting. This is just a brilliant front office. If they're abusing teams both mentally and physically, my God, Jed, sign them for the rest of their lives. I love these guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're going to go.
Hey, 5 years is pretty good, though. That's a long time as far as.
Yeah, because they may get tired. Hopefully they don't get tired and get re-upped again.
Yeah, but we need a couple of Super Bowls, 6 and 7.
I see it coming now. This team just needed maturity, Phil. Mark my words. I said it last year, and I think they've got it now.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I'm going to see you Sunday, okay?
Anyway.
All right.
Okay, talk to you later, Robbo.
Thanks, Phil. Have a good night.
Okay, bye.
Phil's always bringing something to the table that zings me. The 49ers are playing people. You start talking to Clowney, and then the Hawks are should have got to freak out. Oh, come on, Niners. What are you doing? All right, Jadavian, what do you want? 18? Oh, Jesus. All right. And the 49ers are laying on the floor, laughing, rolling around on the floor. Hey, Shay, come on in there, Mr. Lewis.
What's up, Ronbo?
Shay, man, I'm laughing at the, you rarely get a GM to admit that the 49ers are driving me out of my mind. I'm going to give up everything I can to get one ball player. One. And hopefully he can throw a wrench in the 49ers machine by trying to stop George Kittle, who, by the way, Jamal Adams, because I never paid no attention, Gronkowski used to like to whoop Jamal Adams like a stepchild. So I don't know why the Hawks think that this is going to be the antidote. And also, are you in favor of bringing Jadeveon Clowney into the fold, or is Phil absolutely on the right path by letting everybody know, except for the Hawks, that they're being played? Go ahead, Shay.
Yeah, Ronbo, no doubt. I feel like I feel like the 49ers, I mean, like I said it last week, I do feel like what Kittle does for this division and for the 49ers goes without doubt unnoticeable. He's probably he is by far, in a way, the most important player. He's equivalent to Steph Curry to the Warriors and how they run their triangle system. That's exactly the equivalence that Kittle has for our system. He's not only one of the best, pass catching tight ends, run after catch tight ends, but he's also the best blocking tight end in the league right now. And like I said it last week when they drafted Isaiah Simmons for him, the Cardinals did, and now the Seahawks grabbed Jamal Adams for him. Like it's without a doubt that the West is gearing up, and they've already realized, damn, number 85 is a problem, and he's hard to stop. So there's without no doubt in my mind that the 49ers are playing mind games. And I do love that, the 49ers are kicking the tires or looking at reports at bringing Jadeveon. I would be for it. I don't know how they would do it. It would have to be on a small contract. And the only way I'm thinking about them bringing in Jadeveon is pretty much like a we'll help you if you help us type of scenario. So what the pitch will probably most likely be is like, hey, we're in contention for a Super Bowl. We can get you a ring. We obviously can't pay you a long-term contract, but what we can give you is a chance to rack up some sacks. You had 3 sacks for Seattle. You couldn't be the star-studded player that everybody wanted you to be. You had some great pressures, But the problem with the pressures is you couldn't equate all those pressures you accumulated into sacks, and we want you to finish the job. No doubt, in the 49ers system with the 49ers pass rush, he'll be able to at least triple or quadruple times that number. So he had 3. So I think he can get 10, 11, or 12, and then he can go back into the free agent market and test the waters again and try to hit up free agency and get that big contract that he wants. For everybody to be like, see, I can't do it. I am a sack artist. I am a machine. I'm a great run defender, and I can sack people. And so I just think the more the merrier. I don't have any problem. And to me, I think bringing Clowney in, you have a less of a worry. Someone's like, oh, damn, is D4 going to play this game? Is he going to be out this big game? Because it would be like, okay, well, I mean, even if D4 is out, we still have Jadeveon. Plus, we got rotational pieces in Blair and Julian Taylor. And also, too, like, people forget that Julian Taylor and Ronald Blair are coming back from ACL injuries. Now,
they're on the PUP now. Yeah.
Exactly. And it takes 2 years to heal. I think his name was something John. I forgot the ACL specialist that every NFL team person goes to for when the player has a tear. It's the same one Adrian Peterson had. He came out and saying, like, yes, it takes about 2 years for the ACL to fully heal. Now, we've seen it with McKinnon. McKinnon, it's taken him 2 years for him to finally start playing again, correct?
Right.
I mean, there's a bunch of lists. I mean, you could look at Klay Thompson. They said he wasn't playing for 2 years until his ACL is fully healed. So it does take relatively, and I don't think that there would be a lot of pressure on Julian Taylor and Ronald Blair to come back if we have Clowney as a rotational piece, because we'll be like, hey, we're going to get this guy. We're going to get it done with these guys, and when you guys are ready and healthy, you could come back. Even Katavius Street. I mean, Katavius Street. Sorry, my French, Ronbo, but Katavius Street's been in and out for almost 2 to 3 years because of the ACL. So, I mean, it just goes to show that ACL tear is nothing to be, played with. And, all I'm saying is I think that with Jadeveon Clowney in the mix, it'll lessen them the urgency for them to come back. They won't have to feel such pressure. They can come back when they're ready or when their leg feels 100%. You know what I mean? So I think that moving Jadeveon Clowney with moving Jadeveon Clowney to the 49ers, I don't have a problem with it. But again, I don't know how they would do it. The only way, like I said, they would have to pitch him, be like, hey, you can get a ring, and then you can get the stats that you want so that you can show the rest of the 31 teams that you are a viable defender in this league. You're a great edge rusher, and you can get that big fish contract that you're looking for. That would be the only pitch, because other than that, there's no way they're going to sign him.
Yeah, the Jadeveon Clowney promotional tour would take place in San Francisco. But
Exactly, Ronbo.
Yeah, I understand that. And he should bite on that because, like you mentioned, 3 sacks is not going to glow in any GM's office as to why we should go get paid this. Jadeveon's talking $18 million. Oh, that's not going to happen. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, and his argument would be, like, well, look, I've generated like 60 to 70 some pressures. It's like, that's fine, but you don't finish, bro. So it's like you're not getting hurries, you're not getting quarterback hits, you're not finishing the job. You're getting in, you're the first player in, but you're just not finishing it. And I think with the help of Kinlaw Bosa, oh man, he'll be able to rack up, sacks freely. Same thing with Armstead. They'll all help each other, and D Ford. And I also too, I just think the fresh legs will help in longer stretches, of the year, since NFL is playing or trying to present that, hey, we're gonna have a full 16-game season even with all this COVID stuff. So I just think the better it is for the stronger the defense. Plus, too, home field advantage doesn't really even apply because there's going to be no fans. So I think that the more talent we have at pass rush is going to be better. But also, too, Ron, before I go, one quick note. I've seen some screenshots of Dre Greenlaw presenting that he might opt out because he has a child on the way.
Well,
I guess he posted it and later deleted it.
Must have. Because just the other day they said the 49ers don't have anybody contemplating opting out. Because I remember Greenlaw saying that a while back. About 3 or 4 weeks ago.
He's saying he has a newborn child on the way, so it's scary for him. But I don't think he will. I think everybody knows the opportunity is now, and we have to strike for the Super 1-0. But shout out to my TNT brothers, Will, Dre, Trey, Big Show, Jerry Fresh, all my guys, Russo, Ronbo. Again, thank you for the platform, brother. Love you. Stay safe. God bless, man.
Loving you back too, fam. Appreciate your share. Have a good night, fam. Again, more great points. I tell you, man. Let me go ahead and check out and see what would happen here because I don't want to get accused ever again of not being appreciative. And just in time, hey, this just then says, what's up? It's Friday, fools. Keep being safe. Just Dean. In fact, this just in right now. Hey, okay. Okay, we'll get back to just in. Sergio!
Rambo, what's up, Rambo?
Sergio, man, I'm just having fun, man, because, like, George Kittle as this could happen every year, Sergio. I figure between now and next 2-3 seasons, the 49ers are going to end up making a fool out of at least 2 or 3 GMs a year. This past year, you have the Cardinals going after Simmons when they clearly needed the best offensive lineman they could get, but they were scared of what Kittle would do to them. And now you got Schneider over in Seattle. That dude gave up enough assets to pick up 2 or 3 ball players, and he got 1, and he ain't going to be able to stop George Kittle. That was his own thing, Sergio. They can't stop this man. And Sergio, hey,
No.
give me some on that. And also, is David Clowney a guy that you really would appreciate having on the 49ers team?
It wouldn't hurt to have a little extra help, but I don't think we need it, honestly. We got the tools that we need, man. Trust me, because when Raheem wanted, to get traded, I was like, what? Like, this is the team that's gonna get you that ring after all those trades that you just went through, your whole career. And man, why are you gonna want to leave us like that? So they had to put that in his head. Like, listen, if you want the ring, this is the team that's gonna help you. So of course, he's gonna stay. Kittle, he's gonna stay for sure. I'm sure it's gonna be a 5-year contract. Because if he wanted to get traded or something like that, they would have jumped on it real quick, just like they did with Raheem. But he ain't going nowhere. Trust me.
Remember last year at this time, we were worried about Robbie Gould. This is the thing. I thought Robbie was out of here. So for never again, until you hear from John Lynch that our talks have fallen completely apart, or you know what? The 49ers will strike silently. I had no idea DeForest Buckner was on his way to Indianapolis. None until they announced it.
Oh, well, like I said, if they want to go, bye. But we're gonna be winning the ring over here. So, see what they do about it. I just been watching lately. I haven't been really following our team much with the trades and just the whole deal. I just been watching a lot of highlights from old games from
that's all we've
season.
had.
Yeah, because there's nothing else to watch. So I just been watching just the highlights of the Saints game, the Seahawks game, the Rams game. And I'm telling you, man, if we have the coach if we still have the same coach, man, we're going to be the same team because, I'm sure he's going to come up with some different plays. But, man, just everybody in our team just works as a team, and we also communicate. I think that's what makes us what we are, because we know what we're doing, and we all help each other out when it comes to the plays, And,
absolutely,
man, I've just been seeing a lot of really good highlights where Kittle and Raheem was just, like, wide open,
I know. That
and
happens
it's
a lot.
like, yeah, I just been like, damn, like, if we play like that again, I'm telling you, we're going to win a Super Bowl easy,
All they needed, all our kids had to do was grow up a little bit. And boy, 2-3 years down the line, I got to tell you, Sergio, this team's going to be very interesting. And I want to see what teams are going to try to do to combat the 49ers offense after that. Because right now, it's all about trying to stop Kittle. What they don't understand is, though, they're going to have to worry about 3-4 other guys on that offense in the next 2 seasons. Because they're going to come of age as well.
Yeah. Yeah, what's going to help, too, is if we play on the road, we're not going to have to deal with the noise if they're going to be playing with no fans, So that's going to help a lot, too.
Yeah. I really want the fans in there, but this does make it an even playing field. So no matter where you are, nobody has an advantage. Let's just go play ball. I think that favors the 49ers, though. Because who's got a more complicated offense? We do. Who needs to hear the signals from Jimmy on the sides? We do. Let's just go play right into 49ers' hands. We got this.
Yeah, and I don't know. I was just thinking this whole time, like, are we even gonna have a season? You know, because it's risky. You know, look at baseball. There's people getting sick now, and it's like, man, I
Baseball
don't
is,
want our team to get sick.
I mean, baseball's bad.
You know?
They're canceling games. They keep on going, but my God, if they ever get 2 or 3 teams that drop all of a sudden, they're gonna have to call the season. So our guys just got to do. NBA players are in a bubble, so they're doing the right thing. But you can't put, man, that's a lot of people. Basketball teams are smaller. Football teams are huge.
See, with football, like they wear gloves when they touch the ball. You know, basketball they're playing with their bare hands. They're passing that ball around. You know,
And
you don't
bumping
know who
and
has
grinding
it.
up against each other.
Yeah, they're sweating all over the place.
Oh.
Like we're covered, from head to toe. So it's not like we're passing our sweat over to anybody, But
Yeah.
I know.
But there could be moments
It's
of
difficult.
contact when you're right up in each other's face. But they just got to make sure that they don't test positive, because they're gonna get tested before games anyway. So because we got Jeffrey Wilson out, and you got Richie James Jr. In fact, that's pretty good considering that California's a hot spot right now. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I don't know how the UFC is doing it, because they're fighting up front, like face to face. Nobody's getting sick, but I guess because they get tested, before and after the fights and stuff. So
not only that,
I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of testing. I think testing is gonna help.
Yeah, there's your immune system. Even though they're saying COVID doesn't give a damn about your immune system, it still plays a factor. You can actually fight that off. And they say some of the people that don't have COVID have already developed antibodies somehow. So it's a lot of complicated mumbo jumbo, but could be a lot with super athletes. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I got a quick question. Like, I just wanted your opinion.
Real quick.
What do you think about schools reopening? Do you think it's a good idea?
Oh no, I don't want to get into that though. So you know what? There's gonna be a lot of discussion about that. So I'm gonna stay apolitical as long as I can. All right, fam.
No, I was just saying because of sports and stuff.
They're gonna continue. College football is gonna continue somehow. They're gonna stay local.
Yeah.
And so the Pac-10 is gonna play. SEC's gonna have a limited amount of games. Yeah, they're gonna play because this big money involved here, Sergio. The draft must happen, so they got to be able to see some players play. So Sergio,
and I live in Vegas, so we're getting hit with that money.
Oh God, yes, in Vegas, they gotta have it.
We're getting hit big time.
Sergio, let me see you Sunday, okay?
All right, Ronbo, man. You take care of yourself, guys.
You too, fam. I be dodging. I be staying out the way. Thanks, fam. Thanks, Sergio.
Yeah. All right, man. Bye.
And it's rolling all over there. Hey, Curtis.
What up, Ronbo?
Curtis, man, I'm enjoying the fact that we finally have a player. He ain't Jerry Rice yet, but he'll do. Until then, listen, Kittle is scaring folks, Curtis. It's hilarious. People are cutting off their arm trying to stop George Kittle. And I said, listen, Curtis, the only bad thing about all that, though, the 49ers are noticing George's Kittle. He's getting all kind of attention. And then George said, see that? The reason why the Hawks have lost their mind in their last deal is because of me. The reason we're going to the Super Bowl next year is probably going to be largely due to me. People, I realized I'm just a tight end by my name card, my business card. But still.
He'll be a decoy. He'll be a decoy.
And so many other things. I mean.
He'll be a decoy.
But he'll be like that. You know how Curtis, you put your hands up in your face to keep from getting knocked out, but the dude is working your midsection so bad, you got to drop your hands. You can't decoy George Kittle too long. You keep on sagging in on George Kittle, we got too many talented receivers. They will kill you. And now they quit doing that and let Kittle go. Now you got Jimmy hitting 4, 5, 6 targets on the field because of a strategy that blew up in your face. I hope they do it. Oh, I hope they do it. Curtis, I hope they do it. Woo, do it.
Ronbo, they would be stupid to let Kittle go.
They're not going to let him go. They're just trying to worry about how to pay him.
I know. It's just the money. We don't got no money, man. I think they can let some of the running backs go. We just go for real.
No, I
Let's
agree.
go on the run back go.
Or okay. They're gonna have to cut some fat somewhere. I don't know where they're gonna
Yeah.
find it.
Running backs. They pay Mustard. I think they keep Mustard, Williams, and they gonna let old boy we got from Minnesota. They gonna let him go. That's
Well, now he's not counting against no money. You know, he's getting a minimum salary this year.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Yeah, but
I think they're only going to keep 3 running backs anyway. Wilson, I hope we keep. I hope we keep Jeffrey. Well, Jeffrey's a highlight maker whenever he comes in. Okay, maybe they keep 4 running backs. So that's it. We got too many. I don't know. I'm sure they've looked at it.
Ronbo, we'll be all right, man.
I know. They're
We'll
going to
be
sign
all
him.
right.
Yeah. George is not leaving.
We got George and no, we ain't see what Herb could do. We know what Taylor could do,
Ooh.
and we got Cal Shanahan.
Yeah, wide receivers. Wide
The
receiver
thing
room
is,
is going to be 7,
he
maybe.
got some receivers, man.
We got too many.
I think Herb gonna be a beast, man.
Oh, if only he
I
could
would
stay
think Herb
healthy.
gonna be a beast. If he can stay healthy, he gonna be a beast,
Oh,
man.
yes.
You see what he did in Dallas?
Yes.
In the preseason in Dallas?
And he didn't know enough yet to be that good, and he already
Right.
is. Eh,
And you know what? He had a whole year to study Kyle Shanahan offense, and he's sitting there talking to Kyle Shanahan on the sideline doing games.
and watching everything
So
that's
the
going on on the
kids-
field.
Exactly. He already got the running back background, so we catch the ball. He gonna turn to a running back after he catch the ball.
Hmm?
So you got Yak got the catch. You got what? Kittle, Debo, and you got Herb.
It's
Man.
and we don't. And Ayuk is that weapon. I can't wait till they get that tuned up and ready to
I ain't talking about-
roll. Ooh.
Right. I will tell you.
Oh.
I want to tell you because he really didn't play too much college football in big conferences.
That boy's got skills, though. You know, Ayuk is going to be extremely dangerous. Him and Debo together could become one of the best 1-2 punches in NFL since Rice and Taylor. This is going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm telling you, I got a lot of. From what I could see of him, he's going to be terribly rough.
Ronbo, we got 3 or 4 gumbo hits.
I know.
So everybody, that's why I think that they hesitate to pay Kittle because Kyle Shanahan got some of his sleeve. It's something though. Why you want to pay Kittle, man? This guy need to get paid, man. He's an offensive lineman. He's a receiver. He's a beast, man. Pay the man.
They're arguing. Well, you see, Curtis, they're arguing because George said, look, y'all got to stop calling me a tight end. Listen, when you look at me, how many things do I do out there? I need to be paid in accordance to.
Right. He's a receiver. He's a receiver and an offensive lineman, all in one.
And that would,
He can
you know
run
what?
like an offensive lineman,
Yeah.
and he can run like a receiver.
So that means he would need Trent Williams money and a few more dollars.
I pay him 17. I pay him like about 17.
I think he should take that if they did. I don't know if they can afford that, Curtis, because you got to be careful. You can't overpay anybody because they'll stifle your ability to continue to build your team in the years to come. Because that's going to be a long contract, and they need to be able to, George, to be able to understand, George, we're going to start you at, George, let's give you 15, all right? And, George, we're going to stack it with so many incentives that you know you can make. You're not going to be hurting for money. You know, so that's what you need to appeal to him. But George, I didn't know. Maybe he does like prestige. He likes to be known as the highest paid tight end in football history. I can't believe his mindset is that way. Curtis, We need to wait and see.
And I don't think it's George Kittle mindset. I think it's his agent. I think his agent's doing that. Because if he's doing that, he won't be showing up in training camp. If that's him.
Yeah, that's true. He would sit out, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would sit out if that's him.
Yeah.
But he's going off his agent. He's still showing up at training camp. So that let me know he's a captain. He won't let his team down. He's there for their team. So I think it's his agent putting on that bullshit.
All that is true. Curtis, we got to roll. I'll see you Sunday, okay?
All right.
All right, fam. Have a good night, Curtis. Appreciate you, fam.
All right, fam. Take care, brother. Be safe, bro.
Thanks, fam.
All y'all 49 fans, be safe. I love y'all. Niners forever.
Curtis, yo. Hey, Shay. Thanks, Shay. Shay, hit that like for Ronbo and hit that follow button. Thank you always for the platform, Ronbo. We love you, and God bless. Shay, back at you, fam. And double it up. Thanks, Shay. Hey. Oh. Bang, bang. I need some gunshots every time Mel comes to the phone. Bang, bang.
Ronbo, what's up?
Mel, this whole time period, if it wasn't for COVID, I'd be beside myself with joy. Because I'm looking at, now we got a player, one of them all-time greats. We haven't had one in a while. And now, we had one in 2013. During that stretch, we had the Doomsday group. But now, all of a sudden, we got GK. And people don't know what to do about him. They're going out there, they're overspending, they're overreaching, they're giving up assets. What the Hawks just did was comical. You got the Cardinals, who seriously needed somebody to help Kyler Murray play his game. He didn't get no offensive lineman. What they did, I said, Isaac Simmons, get him in here. He already said he could stop George Kittle. Man, I said, y'all don't play yourself, man. He ain't got no experience. And George go use him. And be hollering at him like he was Buddha. You better keep Buddha out there with him then. I mean, I'm loving what's going on here. Mel, and you're feeling on Jadeveon Clowney. Is there any possible thread of truth to the rumor that the 49ers are kicking his tires?
I think so. I think that, well, I don't know. I think that maybe anytime there's a free agent like that floating around, I do believe that our guys are going to do our due diligence and, maybe at least ponder the idea. So I don't know if it went as far as contacting him or anything like that. But if I'm not mistaken, Grant Cohn is the source that was saying that, right?
Mike Silver's in it too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, if it was Grant Cohn, yeah, you can't. He's Skip Bayless Jr. These guys will just say anything. You know what they remind me of? People like that. People like that remind me of these little high school and college girls on social media, where they are willing to just twerk,
the TikTok
get naked,
gang,
whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Whatever. Do whatever for likes and views and subscribers. There's no journalistic integrity anymore, and that's what disappoints me about him. Because it would be different if he was just saying, look, man, I'm just a dude. If you're just a dude, blog your opinions all day. But don't present yourself as a representative or as a journalist when you're very, very clearly not doing your due diligence and you're not exercising journalistic integrity. And then I heard his dad make one of the most bogus excuses I've ever heard in my life. Oh, see, what you have to realize is that we're daily reporters. So whatever we're reporting, if it's a slow day or whatever, we only go by, whatever's floating around out there. Well, no, that makes you an awful reporter. That makes you a terrible journalist if you're just making comments based on whatever way the wind blows without having all of the information necessary.
It's irresponsible. And also, the blowback could be damaging. And now you've got that kind of reputation where there will be times when people won't click you because they know it's going to be more of that same rhetoric that pissed you off last time. It's a risky thing to do, but your name gets out there.
Right.
Yeah.
And when that becomes your goal, when that becomes what's important to you, then you don't really care about how it happens. You don't care about how you gain your following. So, that's where you throw integrity by the wayside. I just think that's very sad, especially because what I spoke about a couple weeks ago, that's what we saw happen with Harbaugh his last year here. All of these rumors floating around, and these guys have loud voices, man. Grant Cohn has a loud voice. People hear him.
Yep.
He's representing Sports Illustrated. So when he says these things, people are just automatically going to be commenting on them on ESPN and Fox Sports 1 and all of these type of things. And it's information that's just not true or not valid that could cause very, very serious issues within the 49ers organization. So, but yeah, I wouldn't doubt if they didn't kick it around a little bit, if they didn't at least inquire or speak to one another about it. Like, yeah, what do you think? Speaking to Robert Saleh, speaking to Chris Cassard, speaking to all of these guys about, what do you think? And then the next part would be paying the guy. The guy's going to want to get money. That's why he's leaving in the first place. So, yeah, I don't know, man.
And did you hear what Shea said earlier? Shea said the reason why this little rumor is leaking around, these are all strategical leaks, right? This is in order to make the Seahawks say, no, wait a minute, we ain't got no edge rusher now. Come on, Niners, don't get involved. And then if that's driving the price up, see, David said, look, the 49ers, I've been talking to them, so y'all go give me my money. I'm going to just head on over to San Francisco. Yeah. And then your chances of winning any ball games with San Francisco are done.
Right. Well, I think that
I like that.
That definitely makes sense. But also, that can't be the case every time, because if that were the case, then Grant Cohn, he would be speaking differently about it. What he does is he says something ridiculous. Then when it turns out to not be true, he'll come on and make excuses about it. So he's trying to make excuses. He doubles down on the foolishness instead of just saying, yo, I got it wrong. He makes up this whole intricate plot and plan. So, but yeah, there's no doubt that our front office is extremely intelligent, and these guys are chess players. That's what they do. And they understand that warfare in football is not just physical, and it's not just on the field, and it doesn't just have to do with offensive and defensive systems. I definitely see them playing mind games with people. You see how we acquired Trent Williams. They didn't say anything about Joe Staley, period.
Not a word.
Period, man. These guys know how to move. So,
and when Defoe left, I had no idea he was going anywhere. I mean, the 49ers keep their cards so close to the chest. Man, that's just amazing how they're good at that.
Right, because we were all worried about re-signing Armstead so we can keep these guys together. We re-signed Armstead, and shortly after is when we hear about Defoe. But that was on Defoe, though. He didn't want to take the $18 million, that $3-4 million extra.
That's just not shabby. 18? Come on,
right.
D.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So I love Defoe. I appreciate everything he's done for us. I wish that it could have worked out better. I wish he could have, stayed. 18 ain't a little bit of money, man.
No,
that's a lot. But I understand. These guys are putting their bodies on the line. This was his first time being able to acquire a big check like that. He was always under his rookie deal until then, and he was producing. He was very, very good. So, but we just couldn't do it with all of the young stars we had that are going to have to get paid in the coming years.
Yeah, he
couldn't do 21, 22, man.
Can't bankrupt over one player. So, Mel, we're out of time already. Mel, I'm gonna see you Sunday. All right, you at work now? You on your way to work? Or you taking the night off?
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm outside of my job right now.
All right.
Night off, Ronbo. No, it ain't.
I forgot. Ain't no rest for not for bang bang.
Off, baby. Yeah, sleep is for rich people. I ain't there yet.
It's overrated anyway. All right, Mel.
No doubt.
I'll see you.
All right, my bro. See you Sunday.
Looking forward. All right, night, fam. There he goes, one of the hardest working men in the Jersey area. And check out Jersey Niner on YouTube too. He's got stuff going on with them. And Jamar Walton, I want to thank you, fam. And revenge tour. Dilly, hashtag Dilly. Oh, man, I missed it. We didn't have enough Budweiser commercials last year. What happened to Bud? Man, them commercials were the best. Remember Big Show and what was that? That place they locked him up? Show was always coming out of that. I'll think of it in a minute. Anyway, AIB. What's that name of that team?
Ronbo, mic check. How we sounding tonight?
As usual, IB sounded awesome, man. How you doing, fam?
What's going on, man? I'm doing all right,
I'm just enjoying the fact that now that we have one monster established, and I suspect, IB, that in the years to come, Debo's going to start drawing the same kind of fear. We don't know enough about Ayuk, but I have a feeling about that, boy. And it's sooner or later, somebody's going to finally say, you know what, we've been overly concerned with the 49ers offense. There's some problems on the other side of that ball, too. Every time I look up, I see Nick Bosa grabbing my quarterback. Has anybody considered what we can do about him? And did we think they thought when they got rid of DeForest Buckner that side of the line was through? Jadeveon Clowney, I wake up in the middle of the night screaming, him coming at me at 100 miles an hour. We've got to do something. See, this is going to send executive boardrooms for NFL franchises in a tizzy. As these kids grow up, IB, it's going to get worse and worse for them. The league may see what's coming, but they don't know exactly what to do to it. And the Hawks just screwed up. That one player and all them assets that could come back to bite him in their blue and green butt. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, you're feeling on these matters. And Jadeveon Clowney is on the menu today, too.
Aren't they always, man? I mean, I mean, honestly, I look at this upcoming season. I see a lot of franchises seem to they went all in. They some bought all in. You know what I mean? As if it's a make or break season. I'm not sure if it's an insurance thing to the players to let them know that, hey, regardless what's going on, we're still taking this season serious. I'm not sure. It's a lot of money I've seen go around. It started with the Cowboys to the Chiefs to who's these other guys now? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of teams, man. But as far as the Niners, man, I'm not really worried about this Kittle situation, but it's obvious that something's going on because Kittle is he is the superstar of the team, and he likes to carry that facade. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
I'm not saying that it's fake energy or nothing like that. I believe he's the most important person on our team. It's just how valuable is he? You know what I'm saying?
In dollars and cents?
And
yeah.
If it has to come down to that, and why should our most important person on the team have to come down to that? So I think, it's going to take a little bit of the higher ups to make sense of this. I think we've been diving into everything. To go into the Jadeveon Clowney thing, I think, I don't know. I think we listen to it because I believe his agent is just as loud as our own agents for our players. You know what I'm saying? But I also read that Demontre Moore finally was speaking to some.
I noticed that yesterday too. You're right, and I just assumed
because. Yeah, well, they just put Ronald Blair on PUP, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're him and Julian Taylor's on that list.
Yeah.
Also, our centers on that list, Weston Richburg. The wide receiver from Arizona that hasn't actually made the team yet. Yeah, there's a lot of guys on that list.
So it doesn't make sense for us to play with money that we potentially don't have and that we need to use. God forbid we something goes down and we have to do something. The running back situation is very intriguing, but I think it's a good thing because if we can still keep the majority of these UDFAs and at least rotate them in and out through the season as practice players or whatever the case may be. It's too much talent in and out of that training facility for us. I mean, it's kind of crazy that what's his name didn't work out, but the business side of things, man, it is a little bit over our head sometimes, and who's to say the kid Chris Finke won't work out somewhere else? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I didn't see any other names.
He's on the he's been waived. I don't know who's going to pick him up.
Right, but But that's what I'm saying, and I don't think Brock Rudder was anything too alarming for us. I know other people were high on him, but me personally, I thought the guy was trash. I didn't like what I mean.
You're right.
He had a
didn't
lot
say
of numbers.
anything. Yeah, I didn't know.
He had a lot of numbers, but what's the kid the Heisman Trophy winner that turned out to be garbage too? Ryan Leaf, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you went back to that particular bad year. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just keeping it real. At that position, it happened.
You got to be quarterbacks.
So.
Yeah, that's always a potential bust because when they come in the NFL, that's a whole nother ball game, right? So yeah.
If he turns out to be well for somebody else, I won't be mad at it because our front office has showed us. To be completely honest, if something went down with Jimmy, I think we'd make a trade. If not, if we didn't stick with Mullins, and I don't even think we stay with Mullins, but that's like I said, sometimes I think we go into too much, and we make too much of this stuff. I think because who knows, man? This whole Kittle thing it gets blown up by fake writers. And you know what I'm saying? And then his agent catches on to the shit. Yeah. I don't think we should entertain it.
Yeah.
I think the players do listen to these shows, though.
Oh, Eric Armstead, I know for sure. Eric gets mad every now and then and just blows up on Twitter. I love when he does that because he ain't been getting no respect. He got snubbed for the Pro Bowl last year, and now instead of just keeping him completely out of the top 100, they give him 104. I said, "Oh, why y'all want to do Eric like that? Y'all gonna keep making him mad. He's gonna hurt somebody out there." He played a great season after that Pro Bowl.
Well, he's a player that true 49ers respect, and he's the reason why he got $18 million and Buck didn't sign that contract. And a lot of these fake 49ers didn't see it coming because he did what the real guys who sat back and went through the ups and downs with him saw. It's appreciate the potential. The kid was not garbage. Yeah. We've seen what garbage looks like. That kid
I knew he was never garbage.
Well, I mean, there's we got a couple callers who will vouch for what I say. Sometimes injuries I've heard callers say injuries come from hard work.
Yeah,
so
good point,
I can't say the kid was out there bumming. He wasn't out there bumming. I mean, for a defensive lineman to break his hand, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't it wasn't.
I fully agree. We got to pull up, but let me see you Sunday, all right?
Hey man, I appreciate the time. I hope my son was downstairs waiting to hear me call. So I hope he got to hear a little bit. If not, he went to sleep watching Ronbo. So I hope you appreciate that too. You know what I'm saying? I see you Sunday, Ronbo.
What's his name?
That's my guy, DeMarco.
DeMarco, what's up? Wake up!
Yeah. My man, you have a good one.
You too.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Ivy. Right. Appreciate you too. Night.
Yep. All right.
And hey, there he is. Niners all-day host, Dre!
What's up, Ronbo?
Dre, man, I'm just all pumped up. It's better than any drug, man, knowing that your team has got somebody just scaring folks. He was, Dre, actually, he's been scaring folks for a long time. People are just now starting to take action, which is really funny. Because we knew during the draft night when the Cardinals know damn well they need an offensive lineman, and they went and got Simmons. And so I said, you know what? And now you look at the Seahawks, and the Rams would do something if they had some money.
Hey man, the Seahawks got voted as having the 32nd worst defensive line in the NFL. That's last for all you people out there who can't count.
But 32 teams.
Their offensive line got voted as being the 30th worst offensive line in the league. Their entire defensive line combined has 11 sacks and 67 pressures.
Dre,
Nick Bosa had 9.5 sacks and 102 pressures. It's ridiculous.
Dre, just one question on that while you go in that direction. So why would Jadeveon Clowney, who was a part of that miserable attack, be asking for the money he's asking for? But I don't understand.
Man,
and do you want him over with us? All right, go ahead.
John Lynch is doing a favor to the agent. Look, man, I can't tell everybody, what the secrets are, right? Everybody has to do their own research. To the people out there who has their own platforms, they know how much research it takes to put out good content, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just go look up who Jadeveon Clowney's agent is and look at what ties he has to John Lynch. And I'm going to be quiet right there. That's all I'm going to say. It's a certain thing. You can do favors for certain people to drive up the price. For everybody who thinks that Jadeveon Clowney is going to be in the San Francisco 49ers uniform, you got another thing coming. This man turned down $17 million a year to the Cleveland Browns. What the hell makes you think he's going to come here on a lowball price for 1 year on a prove-it deal? Like, I don't understand.
David's too old.
I don't get it, Ronbo. Like, I don't get it, Ronbo. There's certain players out there who are about rings and a gold jacket, and there's certain players out there who are about the money. Yep. And Jadeveon Clowney is about the money. Stop believing. Like, he doesn't give a damn about getting a Super Bowl ring. He's trying to get the most money he can get. He's about to turn 30 years old.
Good
like,
point.
I don't get how, well, he could come here and win a Super Bowl. Like, he don't give a fuck about that. Like, that makes no sense at all, bro. Like some people just call and I think they speak out of their ass. Like they don't really believe what they're saying. They just talk. You have to look at analytics
Easy, Dre,
and
that's
stats,
your brother.
bro.
Come on now.
I'm just saying, like, you have to look at analytics and stats. You know what I mean? Like like why would we pay Jadeveon Clowney? He turned down $17 million, right?
Which shocks me.
Obviously, the amount of money he's going to get is going to go down because you know why? Everson Griffin is still a free agent. I would take Everson Griffin over Jadeveon Clowney any day, right? So that means the profitability that he can get out of what he wants every year, that is going to go down because Everson Griffin is better than Jadeveon Clowney, right? You're going to get at least eight to 9 sacks from Everson Griffin, right? But that means his money price is going to go down, right? So
and also,
why
it's too late. Dre, add to that, it's too late to walk into my camp at this point in the season talking about that number.
Right.
People go play with them now. Jadeveon, I give you $10 million.
Right. Like, yeah, man, like, I just feel like everybody should be more responsible, man, and do a little bit more research on, the agent, the player compared to other players. Now, why would you pay Jadeveon Clowney? Let's say if his price went down to $14 million. Why would you pay him that and you got Ronald Blair for $3.2 million who's getting more sacks at a better rate, more tackles for loss at a better rate than Jadeveon Clowney? Why would you pay him $11 million more? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
I saw you chiming in on Kevin's stats. He laid them all out and showed the stats. That was hilarious.
Kevin, if you look at the tweet on Twitter, the first name that he tweeted, it went like this: Fran 49er, which is me. Then it went Ronbo Sports. Then it went Michael Andrews, which is nothing but Niners. So he tweeted me to talk about that. So I was one of the first people to see this tweet, which is it's information that I already looked at. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand it. Another thing I want to talk about. Tomorrow at 12 p.m., I'm going live with Grant Cohn on Niners All Day on YouTube, and I'm a dig in his ass. Grant is my partner, right? Grant is a good dude. Like, I could call Grant right now, and he would answer the phone. We talk, like, every day, you know what I mean? But I have to, serve him. I got to give him this work. Like, he got to get all this smoke, you know what I'm saying? I got to give him this smoke. Now, if you look into the new CBA for this year, the pandemic CBA, it states that if you want to opt out of this season, you have to have a written statement to the general manager and the franchise due to that franchise within 24 hours of the deadline, which is August 7th. Also, what it says is if you don't have any pre-existing conditions or any kids with pre-existing conditions, You won't get the $350,000. You'll get $150,000. What it also says at the end of that, it says that you will have to fulfill the agreement of that contract that you signed the following year. So that means you're stuck in that contract. You're not getting a freebie, bro. Next year, you're going to have to play out that contract. So for Grant to go on and tweet that George Kittle is going to hold out, and for that dumbass announcer who said that George Kittle is going to hold out, if he holds out, he's going to get $150,000, and he's going to deal with the same situation next year because he's going to have to play out that contract. Nobody's getting a freebie, bro. Just like the Patriots and Belichick, those 6 guys who opted out, they're going to be on the team next year. So what Belichick is doing is he's having some of his best players opt out, and he's saving them for next year, and he's going to do his best to trade everything that he has to get Trevor Lawrence. It's a smart strategy. Nobody is going to get a freebie, bro. You're going to have to play out your contract next year. So
in fact, you got to sign an affidavit and everything else. Dre, we got to pull up to him. Awesome points. Tomorrow at noon, from what Dre said, he's getting ready to take Grant Cohn to the farm, boys.
Hey, man. Hey, like I said, people look at his tweets and look at his work, and they don't know that it's a method behind his madness.
I can feel it every time I read it, because Grant goes to extreme. Right. That's why I compare him to a shock jock in radio. Grant says things he knows are going to get you to say, what the WTF?
Hey, but you know what, Ronbo? When you actually build a relationship with him and you know who he is, he's a good dude, bro. He does a lot of shit for shock value. You know what I'm saying? But I'm digging that ASS tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So 12 o'clock tomorrow, Niners all day, YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, Twitter, all of that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it in tomorrow. Man, shout out to the TNT fam, man. Trey, Trez, Big Show, Jerry Fresh, you know what I'm saying? My player partner Will. Oh yeah, Sheik, I heard you have my name in your mouth, bro. I'm gonna see you.
All right,
I'm gonna see you.
But not now.
I'm definitely gonna see you. I'm definitely gonna see you.
I can't believe people actually mess with Dre like that. You know he's gonna get you. Dre, have a good night, fam.
Yeah. All right, you too, bro.
Thanks. There's Dre tomorrow at noon. Working Grant Cohn. Yeah, you got to appreciate Dre because you know how you feel about Grant and what he does. And Dre and him have gotten close, so Dre's going to keep him honest because you know how Dre is. Dre will tell you how he feels, and Grant knows this. There's just in times since Grant Cohn knows nothing about football. He does. I'm telling you, Grant Cohn does what he does. Like Dre just said, there's a method to his madness. Grant, I think half the time when he says the things he doesn't believe it himself, but he knows what kind of reaction he's going to fetch when he says the things he says. Hey, Johnny V, come on in, man.
My man, Ronbo.
John, it's a fun time. It's always a good time being a 49er just because of the legacy and the pride of the red and gold. But we have our moments when we can really get high on the fact that we have now a player that's going to change the game. You see, because, John, Travis Kelce's a good tight end. Gronkowski was an amazing tight end. There's guys speckled throughout the league that are very good football players. But, John, none of them are equivalent to a single George Kittle. I agree. Nobody's going to go out and get players and build their defense trying to stop a single tight end. They are now. And why? Because of our guy, John. Oh, what do you think about Snyder, though? And him admitting that that's what he did. Love it.
I think it's hilarious, Ronbo. I mean, he went out to get Jamal Adams, who Gronkowski enjoyed running over. We heard. I don't know how many pounds Gronk has over Kittle. Maybe 15 or 20.
Something like that. Yeah, Gronk's a big dude. I forgot.
And I think that Kittle is so much more of an athlete as far as
he is.
Agility.
Yeah.
Speed. So I mean, he'll just run right by you. I mean, I'm not really worried about it. I think it's funny. Schneider thought that he could draft him to stop him. and then we scheme George completely out of that and bring something entirely different. Kyle wants you to believe that we'll go to Kittle every time, and then, he exposes you with something else. And I love that. I love that about the scheme. So
that's it. And John, I just want to add to that. You see, that's why Kyle's was standing on the sideline. You went out and gave up a lot for that, didn't you? George is actually going to have half the day off today, having your guys chase him around while the rest of the guys do the damage.
yes. That is exactly what I mean. I love that. That's really, really good. That's crazy smart. That stuff that Dre brought to the table about the relationship that Clowney's agent has with John Lynch, I had no idea. Clearly, I don't dig into it that deep, but yeah, man, that's pretty impressive. Like that changes things a little bit. That really makes you wonder. Yeah. Because we can't pay you, dude. I mean, not even in pesos at this point. We can't pay you with nothing at this point.
Hey, John, but do you think, in fact, that is such a solid, well-known fact, do you think maybe that no team is going to listen to that little rumor that they throw out there? Because the 49ers don't, like you're saying, pesos, what's the lowest currency in the world? The Italian lira. I mean, there's nothing you can pay Clowney in, I mean,
you can't give him little IOUs folded up, Ronbo. You can't give him anything, man. I mean, like you said, that dude turned down a ridiculous offer from the Browns.
That was foolish. $1 million short of what his stupid asking number is.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That's foolish. That's bullshit. You're not that damn good. I mean
really.
That's ridiculous.
Your numbers aren't showing it.
It doesn't make any sense that he would ever be a 49er, and for other teams to even think. I mean, it's public knowledge, dude. We don't have a damn dime to spend. Everyone knows we can't sign George Kittle at this point. The speculation on Kittle sitting out and opting out and all this other bullshit that all these bull crap writers are doing, Ronbo. I can't stand it. I see it every day, all day long on Twitter. Kittle this, Kittle that. Yeah. And
that's why I don't bring
Ronbo,
those to the table. Because they're just trying to keep busy. This is a pandemic situation where there's not a lot of things. They're not going to camps and doing the little thing that they normally do on every Wednesday. They would have been, for last month, they were supposed to be in camp every Wednesday and writing up a bunch of stuff. They can't do it this year. So what do? You start setting out lies about George Kittle and everything else you can find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and on top of that, I mean, for those of us that are still concerned about the signing, like me, day in, day out,
it's wearing you out.
I keep getting worn out. Yeah, man, it's stressing me out. They're so far from an agreement, and I don't know how much of that is true, Ronbo. We don't know how far away they are.
But
they
the
may be
words
on the same page right now,
aren't they? As soon as you leave, 49ers
they are frightening.
Are far apart, and then it goes, guys,
yes.
You got to
yes.
You don't know.
And then when you read these, exactly, and when you read these headlines about bringing on these other players like Jadeveon Clowney, you just sit there to yourself. You're like, where the hell do you people expect to find the money to pay this guy? He just turned down $18 million from Cleveland.
No,
what
he's
makes
asking
you
for
think
18.
he wants?
Cleveland's going to give him 17.
Right. Jesus. I mean, we can't even sign our star player right now. Literally the face of our franchise.
John,
we cannot.
And here's the thing.
Oh my God.
If you're looking for 18 and Cleveland says 17, what is that $1 million? You can't buy one extra Xbox or something? I don't understand. Why would that really makes me crazy that he did that?
It is. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Under a new coach, probably one of the best coaches Cleveland could probably land in the last decade or better.
That makes no sense. And personnel-wise, Cleveland is not a bad team. I don't know why they keep getting beat.
No.
But personnel-wise, they're stacked.
On paper,
yeah.
Personnel-wise, they're great. But then when they find the coach to drive it, they find the guy standing at the corner holding a cardboard box asking for a job.
Panhandling on the street.
They can't find any coach to drive. They can't find a conductor to drive the train, Ronbo. I mean, they haven't been able to. So, yeah, that's a shit show on its own. But I look forward to seeing what happens in the coming days, my man. I really do. And if there's anything to come, I mean, we keep hoping for some light, you know. But I don't know. I'm not. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
And just so you can rest easily, you know, one thing we know about the 49ers, nothing means nothing until they say so. And in fact, every deal we've seen, it's come down to why did we bite on that stuff before we saw this and stressed out? There's no need to, because most of it is just writers trying to think of
smoke and mirrors.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, writers and writers are running out of content right now. So so they're just saying the same damn thing, just wording it different.
And we got two guys are the lightning rods for stupid news. You got George Kittle, and then when they get to you're tired of working George, go work Jimmy G, who never, you know, it's a vicious circle or cycle.
It is.
John, let me see you Sunday, fam. Always good stuff.
My man, you know I'll be there, Ronbo. I look forward to it. This is my therapy. I tell you that all the time.
You and me
I'm my man. Take care of yourself.
You
I'll
too,
see you
John.
soon, my man. Be safe out there.
Looking
all right,
forward.
good night.
Same. Night, John. And, what is this? It's JJ. JJ's on the phone. Jay.
Hello?
Jersey? Jersey. How are the two Bambinos doing? They must be just so much fun by now.
So much fun. Are you kidding me? I can't get a link of sleep.
No sleeping. You know, this is the point where you got to let wifey know that I'm all in on this, babe. I'll get up and do the feeding. Stay right, lay down. I got this. And then you drag in there with tears in your eyes as you're getting the bus. I can't believe I don't have any boobs. I'm not supposed to be feeding them. You know?
I took 12 weeks off, and it wasn't enough. Anyways.
The rewards are coming, JJ. But anyway, JJ, you know, we're looking at the George Kittle situation and laughing at the Seahawks. What's going to be funny, JJ, at the end of the season, provided we, of course, sweep the Hawks, we're going to look back upon this. Hey, remember when the Hawks went out and gave up a couple of first-round draft picks? They gave up McDougal and another pick, and now they're looking at fourth place or third place in the NFC West? Ooh, I guess that didn't work out.
Rest in peace to the Los Angeles Seahawks for doing the same thing the Rams did. Romo, I wanted to hit you with this.
Los Angeles Seahawks, I love it. I got to write that one down. You know, go ahead.
I heard this crazy rumor that somebody close to the Niners was saying that T.O. was going to come out of retirement to play for us.
He wants to. And you saw how fast he can still move. Boy, if T.O. catches the ball in the flat, there's nobody going to catch him from behind. I love it. T.O. might play for no money, too. He doesn't need money. See, T.O. probably say, look, y'all, give me the vet minimum. Never mind. Give me half the vet minimum. That's for $500,000, right? That's fine. You know, if you just need to put me down for tax purposes, I just want to play. You see, I don't know how much of a hit he can take, though. That's the only thing.
Bro,
JJ?
I said that to me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, that ain't real, Ronbo. I was making a point with this. Can we stop with all the damn rumors, you guys?
He did say it, though, really, but nobody took him seriously.
No, but we can literally, I said it in the group, we can literally start a team with all the rumored players we were supposed to get. We were supposed to get, oh, my God, I even wrote down the list.
Good. Give me the list. I want to see if I missed anything.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, first off, before I say, I want to say, how many times does John Lynch have to say, we didn't talk to them? He said it. He said it once last year, and he said it this year. Okay, first it was AB.
Yep.
Second was OBJ.
Yeah.
There was a talk about
They were trying for him, though, I think.
And
They really did try for him.
Then there was Brady.
Khalil Mack.
Well, there's Khalil Mack. There was AB, OBJ, Jalen Ramsey, Tom Brady, Delaney Walker now, Jamal Adams, and now Clowney. Stop it!
I bet we're missing some. Oh,
okay,
there's a fullback. There's a fullback out there that we just missed out. The winner of the Green Bay Packers.
Oh my God!
That's happened within the last 24 to 48 hours. There's got to be more because we don't let anybody get by. We want to sign everybody. I mean, everybody that's anybody has. Yeah, go ahead.
But the callers, what they're saying, it made all the sense in the world. Where do you think we're going to get the money to do this? And one was saying that we have to get rid of a running back. Like, Robert, we have a plethora of running backs.
Yes.
I mean, we haven't seen McKinnon yet. Mostert's a badass. You know, coming back. You got Jeffrey Wilson, who you said was awesome and who I love. Every time he's on the field, he almost scored a touchdown every
Always
single
makes
time
a
he's
play.
on.
Yes. And it usually gets us out of hot water. Yeah.
Yeah, Coleman. Not to mention, nobody talks about Jews. We have freaking Debo running jet sweeps. We have even Kittle running jet sweeps. We have Jalen Hurd, who is a running back, who is / tight end / wide receiver. What the hell? Now, with that said, how many tight ends do we have? We just have Kittle. So will you guys please stop about worrying about if we're going to get Kittle? The dude is the 7th-ranked best player in the NFL, according to that piece of shit top 100.
How embarrassing would it be to let him get away? They would never let that. They would never live that down.
To quote the pain in the ass Stephen A. Smith, that is blasphemous. We're not getting rid of him, okay? I bet my life on it.
That was a good Stephen A. Smith impression, too.
Yeah, I can see it. Just according to this whole team with Ayuk and with Kinlaw, to quote the great Barack Obama, I ain't worried about nothing. We ain't worried about nothing. No, we still have Kyle. Damn it. People forget who our coach is. Ronbo, I know you saw that interview with him and Chris Sims. That had me in goosebumps. I loved every word of it.
I know, that was good. And you know what I really appreciated, too, about that is Kyle got a chance to take a shot at Mike Florio. Florio's such a jerk. God, he is irritating. I was so happy for Kyle. Man.
It's got to be, I understand on other teams, they want to say what they say. My father-in-law said I was delusional for saying we were going to sweep the Rams. We know what we have in our team. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, we knew it was going to happen. It was a matter of time. But other teams, they don't study it. They don't understand Shanahan the way we do.
Is your father-in-law, is he a Rams fan, I guess?
Yeah, you know it, Rombo.
Oh, no. Rams and Cowboys fans, they always have cute things to say, as if they're not paying attention to what's going on, So, good.
Well, I know he doesn't know it, but it's like, I even bet him this year, too. I have a bet with him saying that not only will we sweep them, but they will be – that's why I kind of knocked on what you said earlier. It's not the Seahawks. I think the Rams are going to be in last place.
Yeah. No.
Even with the Cardinals, I think the Cardinals will sweep them.
Yeah, the Seahawks are definitely not coming in last. The Rams, that is reserved for them. You look at what happened to them. JJ, they've got no players. Everybody they signed for that 2-year window that they signed into, which I don't understand why any team would do that, but they were supposed to put all their eggs in that basket. Okay, guys, we got 2 years to get to the Super Bowl. They get there, and then they get ran out, and now everybody leaves the following year. Ndamukong Suh couldn't wait. I don't think he even went home with the Rams after that Super Bowl. And now you got Aaron what's his name sitting there doing by himself. He hasn't got anybody badass next to him. So I'm saying, they really did do that, didn't they? I didn't understand it, but 2-year window. So this is fun.
Not even. And
barely.
So I know like a week late, but Rudy, I heard what you said to Sheik, dude. Everybody that knows me, I'm a man of God. Hand on the Bible. I would not trade my wide receiving core for your wide receiving core. No. They're not any rookies anymore.
I don't know. I don't know what got into Rudy. He said that, and he was serious. My God. Anyway, hey, JJ. Great to hear from JJ. We don't hear from you enough other than when you passing by when Will's in there. But good stuff. And your impressions. We got to get more of your impressions. The Barack was, man, I almost broke out. That was funny.
He'll be back. Just like, we're going to be back in that Super Bowl. Just like I served 2 terms in that White House. We're going to go back to back. Don't worry, America. We'll be there.
All right, Mr. President. We will see you. Get back here Sunday, okay?
All right, Romo. Yeah, God bless you, and God bless the 49ers.
Night, JJ. I didn't know JJ had that kind of skill. It's amazing. Hey, there's Justin again. He says, shout out to Sheep, the real one, Big Flame. D-O, nah. D.
Ronbo. What's going on, brother?
D, we're just having fun tonight with the Seahawks and reaching for, you're getting ready to, the movies where the dude's falling off a cliff and there's a few blades of grass as just above, if he's trying to grab at him and the grass is about to break, snap, and drop him over the cliff. The Seahawks, Snyder just went ahead and admitted it. I wouldn't have did that. I don't think most people would have. Snyder went ahead and admitted, look, I'm sick of people running all over me like that. I had to do something. And Jamal Adams is the answer. So I gave him everything I could find. I could be laughing unnecessarily because maybe Snyder did the right thing. I mean, did he do the right thing?
Snyder didn't do anything right. Like, what did you really think you was really gonna stop George Kittle? Like, come on now. We got a young kid in Isaiah Simmons that just went over to the Cardinals going, yeah, man, I'm built to stop George Kittle. Okay.
Him and Travis Kelce. Simmons went as far as to say, him and Kelce. I'm here to stop all of that. Okay, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me tell you this, okay? There's an old saying, and I'm sure you're familiar with this, Ronbo. Some people get a little too big for their britches.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I've heard that
with this kid, he literally is saying, I can stop George Kittle, I can stop Travis Kelce. I love your confidence, kid, but your confidence is actually filled and based on stupidity.
And
his peers.
Wouldn't it have been smart to keep that to yourself? Now George Kittle and Travis Kelce can't wait to see him. Don't inspire people.
Now here's the thing. This kid, you said that, and you don't realize that his peers just voted him the 7th best player in the league.
You go stop.
Not in the, I'm talking about in the league. Like, you have no idea what you got yourself into. You stuck your foot so damn far in your mouth, you can't speak, you can't talk, you can't breathe. It's just that simple. Now, here's the thing. As far as all these rumors that come on now, Grant, you playing games. We ain't about to sign no damn Davion Clowney. George Kittle ain't about to sit out a goddamn thing. Like, this is, like, come on, people. Like, we were just, at this point, I mean, training camp just started. It's just days where we do COVID testing. That's it. So if we do COVID testing and that's it, then just call it a day. Don't sit up there and act stupid about it. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't make sense. Where you want to just go ahead and start, getting dumb and it just doesn't make sense, man. There's things that can work and things that don't work. I know for a fact George is not going to sit out because he wants to make sure that he allows himself to be a leader on the team and continue to show that, we're not here about contract talks. I'll let my agent handle all that. And I'm going to be here because I want to be that guy. I want to be the person that you guys to and say, okay, we're that good. We're going to, we're going to do what we need to do, and we're going to keep on pushing. And then as far as Jadeveon Clowney, seriously? So wait a minute. We got the number 7 player in the league that we ain't even signed yet, and we about to pay a dude who, outside of playing us, didn't do much of anything last year.
Mm-hmm.
I know he had like a little pick six, but he had that one game against us where he caught Joe Staley coming back from injury, and that was it. Yep. Other than that, he didn't do anything. What else has Jadeveon Clowney done? Like, he ain't got no business over here. I mean, I understand. I get it, Grant. You got to say what you're going to say, all that stuff. Sports writers are clamoring to write just about anything.
Got to come up with
something. There's no way. Yeah, you got to put something out there. There ain't no way in hell we signing Jadeveon Clowney and none of that crap. You know what we're going to do? We're going to win the damn Super Bowl. We're going to continue to keep pushing. And we're going to just live life. And I can guarantee you, we don't need – and then at the same time, what do we need with Jadeveon Clowney anyway? What do we really need with him?
He'd have to come in and actually, Jadeveon would have to come in and see if he could win a spot. To be honest, because he'd be a rotational player. We don't pay rotational players $18 million. You know?
Yeah, you get that kind of bread from us. Like we're not gonna pay you that. It doesn't make sense. You know, like I've seen that too many times where players will go somewhere and think that they can get bread, and they're not about to. We're not gonna give them that kind of money. You know, I mean, hell, we didn't want to pay DeForest Buckner the kind of bread he was
yes. So why would we pay Jadeveon Clowney as much money as you gonna play DeForest Buckner? And it's
was way more valuable.
Jay Clowney, what's up? And the thing is, here's the thing: would you have your Jadeveon Clowney? The Browns told me they give me $17 million. Well, that's as close as I'm going to get to what and they're overpaying me as it is. Do you finally call the Browns and camp is about to start and say, y'all, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead.
Because the offer is no longer on the table.
Right?
You've already told them.
Yeah,
you've already told them you don't want their money. You tried to go somewhere else to get this money, and it did not work. You had no business doing that. You were stupid enough to try it. And the Browns was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. Shit, do your thing, baby."
Because the fact is, we're going to be just as good a team with or without Clowney. He is not that kind of an impact. And the dude is playing himself. His agent is a fool, and I'd fire him.
Yeah, he's done for that because you got to think about it. $17 million was as good as he got an offer. Nobody else offered him anywhere near that, and he blew it. And here's the thing, Ronbo. When you look at that, your agent stops and says, "Nah, man, we can get you more. We can get you more." You have come into the league as a number one draft pick and have been very injury prone. And when you're put like this, when you're on, you're on. When you're off, you're off. Jadeveon Clowney's like J.R. Smith. If J.R. Smith gets hot, he gonna light up that damn arena. But if J.R. Smith is cold, he cold as ice. He can break everything up.
I mean, hitting people in the stands in the face with the ball and everything else. I know. He really was special.
You don't have it, man. We got too good of a squad for us to be dealing with that crap, man. We are way too good. So it ain't nobody out there that's going to be trying to do anything for us or to us. I guarantee you, we will get all of it. And, everybody who goes out there and who says stuff about us, y'all want the smoke, come get it, because the 49ers are willing to give you every bit of it that you feel you want. There ain't nobody out there that's going to beat us that bad. And like I said the other night, Mel agreed with me. I don't see enough in another team that gives them the options to beat us that bad where we cannot just go ahead and mop the floor with their ass. It's just not easy.
I said this last year when everybody kept saying, well, the 49ers are going to have a little trouble with this team and that team. I said, wait. Would you go please look at those teams first and tell me what do you see? Because I've already went around the league and patrolled these places. Ain't nothing in there that's going to stop the 49ers. I didn't really realize how right I was. I'm going to tell you the truth, D. I figured like we may make them a stumble here and there. But they're really – and the 49ers beat themselves last year. Them 3 losses was on them. They should have went 16-0.
And in that Seahawks game, the kicker just missed by a mile. If he makes that kick, we win.
The game's over.
People don't understand.
George Kittle threw that ball to the opposite hand, throws it out of bounds. The Atlanta Falcons were not going to beat us. And against Lamar and his boys, Kyle just made a couple of bad calls down the stretch. We had that one right where we wanted them.
Yeah, so, but you got. If that's the case, and those are the small, minute things that we have to deal with, you really think we can't pull this off?
Yeah.
We're killing the game.
And they was children last year. D, that's it. They've grown up now. They know what they did wrong. You bet your butt. Ain't never. How much you see Mosley see Tyreek Hill coming down the hill and he busts toward the line of scrimmage? I don't think so. There are things you don't put the entire emphasis on the safety. There's nothing in front of you. Ahead of you, you got your linebackers. Fred Warner's right there. What are you doing? Leave Hill alone. Go with Hill. Oh, these are the things you learn on the fly. But he's learned them. He's cool.
Yeah, but we good, man. We ain't got nothing to worry about. I ain't worried about nobody. I'm not worried about, any of these other teams out here trying to give us any kind of problems to say this or say that. They're going to do what they do, and they're going to say what they say, and it's going to be a situation where They can all talk, but I can guarantee you at the end of the day, you're not going to be better than us. You're going to be watching pro. Oh, and then we got to get at this dude, Gary D, in this spot, man. I had to light him up. He over here he's a Cowboy fan trolling our chat.
We got a lot. Who is James? D, we got to go. But who is James? James, Jimmy G's the type to say the N-word in the shower. I'm going to have to start banning people just for being stupid. Anyway, G,
people in the chat, y'all got to calm down, man. Don't come in this chat being stupid. We grown 49 years and we don't do ignorant in here. But we will light you up. You Cowboy fans, your weak Raider fans, and your weak Cardinal fans, they come in this chat. It's because they don't have platforms like this, Ronbo. But thank you for your time. Thank you for what you do. And I appreciate everything that you do, brother.
Thanks, fam. You know, I appreciate you back, too. All right, D. I'll see you Sunday, fam. Yeah, guys, he's Deion Johnson. He's a guy that's working the visiting fans. Check him out because D's got plenty of content going all the time. And you know he knows what he's talking about. D, have a good night, fam.
Good night, bro.
Oh, man. That really got me. But who is that? Who is that dude? Man, listen, there are rules. First of all, let me. I haven't laid it down the rules in a long time. There's no racism in here. I don't want to see that again. There's no taking shots at women. We don't talk politics in here. We will give you the boot, especially rival fans. Y'all know I ain't going to put up with that. Oh, my goodness. Behave. Anderson.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Anderson, man, I'm enjoying the Seahawks GM. As he went and admitted the things that we would have accused him of, but we couldn't prove it, right? But so we would have said, oh, man, look at the Hawks. They went out and got Lamar. I mean, they went out and got Adams thinking they could stop George. Let's see, that would have been us just hollering and woofing, right? But then everybody said, man, y'all don't know what you're talking about. Man, that ain't nothing fun. Seahawks is just trying to get better. And then Snyder comes out and said, yeah, damn right, I went and got Jamal Adams to stop Kittle. I'm tired of Kyler Murray. I'm tired of Cook over in L.A. I'm tired, period. Yeah, I got him. I didn't care what I had to give up to get him. Go ahead, Rob.
This is all I gotta say, Ronbo. Right after that Super Bowl, what George Kittle say?
I'm gonna be back.
You're not gonna get the best of me. I'm gonna be back.
Yeah.
So all them rumors and stuff, stop it, man. The man he already said revenge to us, so he let you know he's ready to do this. And then now I can see why. Some people got to understand sometimes with players, it's not really about the money. And I see with Javon Clowney or whatever. All right. Now, do you see the Cleveland Browns making it to the Super Bowl within the next 5 years? Hell no. So, what the fuck I'm going to go to a team that who got the best chance to make to the Super Bowl. And so I'm like this year. I'm like this. I'm like, go for it. Solomon Thomas, goodbye. You know?
Yeah. You know what? At some point, you have to make the adult decision, don't you? I mean, you can't. You're not helping us. So if you're not helping us, you're probably hurting us, right? So
right.
Yes. Yeah. They're gonna look at him in camp closely because we ain't got no money. Dead money though, because they got rookie contracts is the only problem.
Yeah. And then and I had to watch it again, Ron. But I had to watch the damn big dance again, man. Bill, what's his name? Bill Vonovich or whatever.
Oh, the ref.
That son of a bitch. Excuse my language.
No, I agree.
Still,
the man is
that's the culprit right there. That's the culprit right there. So I'm just saying. Oh, I hope I never go to Kansas City.
Been a bit. I almost called him the name I've been calling him, Kansas City Chiefs fan, and talking about, man, you 49ers, man, you guys stop whining, man. You guys, how many calls you think they missed on you guys? Chiefs. I said, what? Oh, you go back and look at the game. And he started trying to find things. Real. I said, man, y'all, come on, man. Yeah. You got one of the poorest offensive lines in the NFL versus the 49ers defensive line. Come on, man. Oh.
The quarterback jumped outside. The Bulls BS call on George Kittle because Kyle Rudolph did it. Oh, it was a touchdown, no flag. Who and what else? Holding on Bosa.
Oh, all game
on that
long.
on that third and 15 play, you know.
The
Armstead
choking
had
Eric,
his chance, but he
Eric
over-pursued
Armstead
him.
out. Dude had Armstead in. You only see that kind of hold in WWE. Dude's tongue was about to come out. I was like, oh ref,
Yup.
that is a hold.
And as far as Jamal Adams, did you not see what George Kittle did to that dude in the end zone? Who scored out there? I think it was the running back who ran off the side. Yeah, the Crawlers. He pushed him in the end zone. He just
That's Buddha.
That was Buddha Baker. Okay,
Yeah.
I was laughing. I was laughing too. I was like, oh man, that's WWF right now.
You know anything compared about that, Anderson? You know when Henry was running down the field and the safety was running ahead of him trying to stop him. So Henry took and pushed. What is his name? Famous guy from the Hawks. Anyway, he comes in and Henry uses him as a front blocker. He's turning around and pushed him in front of the other dude, knocked him out the way, and Henry ran on into the end zone. I said,
oh yeah,
yes,
yeah, that shit was funny.
That's the same thing.
I can't wait till the season starts. And this whole little COVID virus thing, man.
Oh.
I'm looking at it as just a ruse to try to infringe on people's rights. But anyway, I'm like this. Them boys athletes, they're gonna be all right.
Well,
they're gonna be all right.
As long as the thing is, a baseball game just got canceled this weekend. As long as, man, I just don't want to hear about 2 or 3 guys being COVID positive, and all of a sudden, and that cancels. Boy, can you see Jimmy and Jimmy G test positive, and also George Kittle test positive, and now we'd probably still be fine for one game.
Yeah.
But how long do they have to stay out? Is what I want to know.
Yeah, that'd be a hard lick, but I'm like, shoot, you know. But I'm looking at it as it happened. We still got to help the team, and I'm looking at everybody. I'm like, oh yeah, if this keep going doing the nine how it is, we can have an easy football because everybody leaves the Patriots. The Patriots, they fall apart. Who else? Somebody else opted out from another team. That's on our list.
The Chiefs
like,
got
they
2 guys. The Chiefs got. I think the Chiefs got 2 guys that opted out. Yeah.
The Kansas City Thieves.
Yeah.
I hope they all can catch it with their fucking cheating ass. They all can catch it with their cheating ass. Fuck them. Fuck them.
But that's so we're gonna go family.
Chris Jones.
Who?
Chris
Chris.
Chris Jones. I wish I could just catch him. You know, out on the street, to jump out baseball bat in his career because you jumped outside. You jumped outside 2 times, bro.
And you got away with it. And then Mike Person must have got gun shy. Chris just owned Mike Person at the second half. It was a sad thing to watch. Meanwhile, everybody's blaming Jimmy, and Jimmy's got .05 seconds to get rid of that ball because here comes Chris Jones. Mike Person couldn't do a thing with him. You know what, though? That's okay. Nope. Brunskill's in that spot, and that will be addressed next time.
Yeah, Anderson, revenge tour, baby.
Yes. Yes, I'm gonna see you Sunday too, fam. Good to hear from you.
All right, now holla.
Hey, it's Anderson down in
right.
Louisiana. Thank Anderson.
I'm Texas, baby. Texas.
Anderson, you and the bro from Louisiana a little bit alike. I'm sorry. Anderson from Texas. What part of Texas?
Beaumont.
One of them legendary
like
spots.
about an hour from Houston.
There you go. All right. Take care of yourself, fam. Look for you Sunday, all right?
All right, now.
All right, Anderson. Night, fam. Ellis.
Ronbo.
Ellis, man, it's a fun night. You know, it's not often that you get a GM to admit the weaknesses that he needed to correct. And you'll never hear one say that he made a deal that he thought was necessary when everybody in the rest of the civilized world is saying, have you lost your mind? 2 first-round picks? You gave up your best safety and a 3rd-round pick? And they gave you a 4th-round pick in Jamal Adams, who at the end of the day is only going to have a minimum impact against George Kittle. Kyle's not going to send George Kittle into situations where he has to be worried about Jamal Adams. And even if he does, Jamal Adams is not any better than a lot of guys that have been trying to stop George Kittle. So this is a very foolish thing. You could have got 2 or 3 ball players for what you gave the Seattle Seahawks and maybe would have done better. Everybody's laughing at you. I would love. Ellis, am I wrong? Is Jamal Adams the savior? Is he the GK Terminator?
He's a very important piece, we'll say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it comes to the defensive side of the ball, if you look at the fact that they don't have a really good defensive line, we've been kind of talking about that and shedding light on the different
for a year
things. He's gonna make that defense better. Obviously, how is he as one man going to be able to sustain an entire offense? It's not possible. So he's just one piece. I mean, they need to hurry up and sign Jadeveon. We're not going to sign him.
No,
it's too much of a risk. It sounds good. I think it's good that it's being kind of put out there because we're kind of, it's scaring the shit out of the Seahawks. They're scrambling. They're trying to get every receiver. They went and got like I said, their receiver. They went and got they got a good little corner. In the draft. They're trying to stack and put their pieces together best they can to prepare for us. They're trying to compete with us clearly. But I don't think it's. He's one man. I'm just, let's be honest. And he's playing the safety position. I think if he was a defensive lineman and we were talking about,
he's not.
We were talking about like say Myles Garrett. Say the shit that happened with Myles Garrett and the Browns said they want to get rid of him and send him to Seattle. We'd have a whole lot more of an issue on our hands.
Yeah.
I think with a Myles Garrett or something, on the D line, than we would have Jamal Adams. That's just
now
my
I'd be
opinion,
concerned.
But,
because he's better than Jadeveon Clowney, right? So now you really got a problem coming off that edge. Exactly. Agreed.
Yeah, and he just got a big payday and stuff. So, early at that, he got a real big payday. So, as far as Myles Garrett, that is. But, I'm not concerned about Jamal Adams. And, the Jadeveon Clowney, man, we got to put that to bed. Like I said, it sounds good, but it's too much money, too much of a risk, and not enough, sure, as far as outcome is concerned, we don't know what to expect, and we already got all of our guys that we need.
Because we've already got a guy that sits out too many games. So him and Jadeveon going to be sitting over there getting paid mad money, and we ain't getting no production from him. I'm working Ronnie Blair and Julian Taylor and everybody else to death, and they're sitting down getting paid $17, $18 million. No, it's not going to happen.
20% of the snaps. Yeah, we don't need another one of those. I.e. D Ford. So
In fact, I'm already thinking about looking for another edge pressure next year. I mean, if some kid comes out of the draft and we can find a way to get him, I'd go ahead and get him. 49ers are good at finding these people, though, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. And you see what Joey got paid, man. Golly. Jesus. We're gonna be looking at a serious tab that we're gonna be having to pay when it comes to Nicky here, unless we can find a way to
quarterback money.
Yeah, exactly. So we gotta be prepared for that. You know what I mean? And we don't need to get ourselves into any unnecessary obligations contract wise with a lot of these guys. Especially the ones that are overpriced and not Nick Bosa would. No, we don't need that. Nick Bosa would be a guy that would be paying big money, not a Jadeveon Clowney. Shit, even him as a rookie or as a 1 year, going as sophomore, year. You know what I mean? So, that's a no go, fam. It sounds good though. It sounds good to put the pressure on them. To put the pressure on the Hawks, it sounds good.
Oh, it's hilarious. And here's the thing. What if Javon Kinlaw, what if he is exactly as advertised? Now you got back-to-back huge contracts you got to deal out, right? You sign Nick, And then the next year you got to sign Javon. It's a scary time ahead, but if you want to continue to beat people up, you got to keep that defensive line as it is. Brutal. Fred Warner's got to be paid soon.
Jesus. Yeah, we got Fred. We got a lot of guys, you know what I mean? So I think we're going to find a way to make it happen. If we can keep this unit together and, you know, like I said, go get this trophy and, you know, it's going to entice guys to want to, you know, just be, you know, maybe not take significant L's or at least, you know, large amounts of money or hits. But, you know, they'll be willing to, you know, be easy to work with guys like that when they have like that unit, you know, kind of. I hate to use the Warriors as an analogy, but you know how a lot of those guys would restructure their contracts just to maintain and keep a lot of those big names on the same team. You know, KD, you know, Steph and all that. But that's just I'm just saying, not to say that's going to be the same thing, but it can work. You know,
some of the kids in the
everyone's not going to stay.
Yeah, there's some of the kids after 4 years getting out of the rookie contract. Yeah, they're going to want their payday. So it's going to be rough. But we got to
imagine Nick having another year like he did last year, fam.
Who?
Imagine Nick having a year like last year and then up in the sacks, you know, 5 more and it's, you know, 5-6 more sacks or something like that, and you know, double his pressures or just anything increase, anything, you know, or even the same as last year, which was phenomenal. So I mean, come on.
Well, he's going to get better just because he's been in the league. He's adapted. We got 2 more years with him, Ellis. 2 more years. You got this coming up season and the following year. After that, it's going to be time to talk about his contract, Nick. Let's sit down and have this
animal
talk.
instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an animal. The whole George thing, I was wondering. I was thinking about when I seen earlier. I seen Grant talking about the stuff with George and him opting out this season. I was thinking, I said, Dre's going to have something to say about this shit. So I was looking forward to seeing what the homie had to say tonight.
Dre's going to get him tomorrow.
So shout out to you, Dre, man. Yeah, Dre, go and get on it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of getting a little high. And I'm like, man, what the hell is he? But, you know, he does do things for shock value. That's why he does so many videos and stuff like that. That's how he keeps his content and his viewers and stuff like that up. It's kind of part of the game, trolling, low-key trolling.
And like you're saying, Ellis, he gets both audiences. He gets the people that do like him, and he gets the people that really don't like him because they just want to see what he's saying now.
Come on. You know what I mean? I take them both. You know, you got to love your haters too, man. We need all y'all, man.
Yes, it's brilliant.
Yeah, so that's
I know
all good,
Grant's
man.
not serious sometimes. That's why I'm starting to get over it. Grant, he's not serious. Grant doesn't even mean that. But he knows what's the effect it's going to have. So I don't get mad no more. I used to. He's okay.
Did you see that they were talking about something like John was upset about the Mostert request or something like that? I've been seeing little headlines and stuff where it sounded like John Lynch kind of leaked out that he was not really too happy with the Mostert request, the trade request or something like that. Which that was taped out, you know what I mean? But
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, no, no, it was. Well, I was just seeing it today. I was just seeing it today on the headline, so it's.
They put the quote out there and everything.
Now coming out of
Yeah.
So he's probably a little agitated, but I mean, we got to take care of it. You know, people make mistakes, man. You know, sometimes guys jump the gun, and I can't fault Raheem for trying to get his cheddar while he can, because he's been in the league so many years, man. You got to look at the young guys trying to get their payday, you know, early. You know what I mean? And Raheem's kind of been there, you know, for several years in all these different teams. So and he's not asking for a lot of money, man. So you know, I'm just glad we got that taken care of it.
They didn't give him a lot either. They just gave him.
No, that's what I'm saying.
A little bit more to fall back on.
They just guaranteed him those incentives, like you were talking about. He was absolutely right. You know what I mean? All he needed was the guarantees on some of those incentives, and things like that. You know, and you know, I'm happy.
He's grateful. He's grateful for 49ers. He's not going to come in there running no numbers on him. Ellis, let me see you Sunday, fam. All right.
Yes, indeed, fam. You got my email, right? I sent you a package. Some new music and stuff like that.
Email. Sometimes be passing out.
Sir. Yeah, whenever you get a chance, man.
Promise you. Thanks, Ellis. You know I appreciate it.
Yes, indeed. Oh, it's all love, family. I appreciate you as always, man.
Thanks, Ellis.
Shout out to the Niner faithful and everybody out there, man. Stay safe, y'all. Take care of your families, and let's get ready. We got the seasons, on its way, y'all. Download the Ronbo Sports app. Hit the like, subscribe. Yeah.
Thanks, Ellis. I love you,
family.
Have a good night.
Love you too, champ.
Hey. And let's see if Justin is just in now, or is he? Let's see. Justin. Yeah. Justin? Is that Justin singing? Justin!
What's up? How's it going?
Justin, man, we're just sitting back here and the Hawks. It's like you watch a wrestling match, or remember when you were a little kid and you were wrestling around with some of your friends, and you had him in a chokehold or something, and he's like tapping. I give.
Every day.
It's like the Hawks.
Wrestling in my house. You grew up watching Lucha Libres and all that. So
the thing is, buddies always got to wrestle around. Somebody starts it, and then you can't back out. So there you are. And all of a sudden, the one guy's, I give. You got to give up, right? Or you got to tap out. So this is what like the Hawks did with that deal. They tapped out. They're not going to go the conventional route to try to stop the 49ers. They worry about George Kittle, and so they went out and did something about it. And they overextended themselves. Go ahead.
Can I say something?
Please.
Dre. Mr. Dre Berry. Mr. Dre himself.
Oh, I forgot about you and Dre. Listen, not too much on this, so you guys got to conduct that privately.
I just want to say, shout out to my boy Sheik. You can interview Grant Cohen. You can do it all you want, man. That guy knows nothing about football. This guy makes up headlines. This guy said Kyle Juszczyk is a gadget player. Gadget player. No. This guy makes up. This guy, he works for Sports Illustrated. I'm gonna give him that. He works for sports articles, right? Works for that.
Yeah.
But he knows nothing about football, and that is my point. That is my point. He may write about it. He may get headlines and all that. The box marquee. But as for no actual football, he knows nothing.
Okay, now you said that a few times. Now you want to back up that premise. Now, why do you say that?
This guy he writes up articles to get credibility into his like to say, oh, just because Grant Cohen said this, it must be true. Just like how we should get rid of K1 Alexander. Just because Grant Cohen says we might be true. He says this to get a rise.
Whoa! I missed this one. Wait, time out. Grant said get rid of K1? Oh, Quan. Yeah, I keep mixing it up. Quan Alexander. Yeah. No, you know what? He's not the only person that feels that way. But yeah, he's not going anywhere though. I don't think.
Yeah. He says, oh, Jimmy Garoppolo's not even a top-tier quarterback. Jimmy G. I'm like, bro, you obviously don't when I hear him talk, it's like hearing a hater talk. It's like one of those people, Adam Spleen from NFL Network, the one who said, oh, Nicky Mullins couldn't beat Derek Carr, and then Nick Mullins ends up being Derek Carr, and then I get blocked for correcting Adam Spleen because he's like, oh, I didn't say that. I'm like, yes, you did. So he just reminds me, he's basically one of those guys, if you correct Grant Cohen, he's going to come back with some bullshit ass excuse oh, I didn't say it. I'm like,
wait.
Yes, you
Justin,
did.
Justin, you said Grant blocked you?
Oh, yeah, he did. For the Kyle Juszczyk.
You're the only guy I know that Grant takes a lot of abuse, but he never blocks anybody that I knew of.
Oh,
but he blocked you.
He
you
blocked
must have really
a couple others because we're like, you know nothing, bro. He could say all he wants, and he could say, oh, the 49ers were always interested in Jamal Adams. I've been saying this. Everybody's been saying this. The 49ers were never going to make an interest. They're never going to make an off pick. The money for Adams was too high. The money didn't make sense. We need to save money for Kittle.
Yeah,
Respectfully, it doesn't make any sense. Everybody who was in the 49ers said they're not making an offer. And then Grant Cohen is the reason that Grant so much stinks because Grant Cohen was already like, oh, I heard somebody making some calls. They're making calls for Jets.
Right. Hey, hold on. Hey, bro, is your name Sheik?
Oh
is your name Sheik?
I didn't know we were interrupting calls now.
No. I'm just saying. Hey, no. Hey, bro, look, your name ain't Sheik, bro. Keep my name out your motherfucking mouth, bro. Your name ain't Sheik, bro. Keep my name out your mouth, bro. I do you bad, bro. Keep my name out your mouth, bro. I ain't say nothing about you. I said Sheik, bro. Come on, bro. People gotta stop playing Captain Saver, bro.
Like, it ain't even Captain Saver, man. It's Captain Saver, H-O-E. And you playing Captain Saver for another man? Keep my name out your mouth, bro. For real, bro. I ain't saying I don't even know your name, homeboy. Keep my name out your mouth, bro. I'll see y'all tomorrow on Twitter. On Twitter, YouTube, Periscope, you know what I'm saying? Niners all day. But keep my name out your mouth, bro. I said shit, bro. I ain't saying nothing about you, partner. Come on, man. Let's stop doing that, bro. You don't want this smoke, bro.
Bro, you have your time. This is my time, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead and get out of here. Go ahead and get out of here, bro. Go ahead and get out of here. Go ahead and get out of here, bro.
You put my name in your mouth, so I'm making it my time. You put my name in your mouth, so I'm making it my time, clown.
All right.
Okay, bro. Go bye.
All right. Dre, as the intense one. Tomorrow afternoon.
Bye, bro.
12 o'clock.
Bye.
Versus
Keep
Grant
my name out
Cohn.
your mouth unless you swing that way.
All right, Dre. Dre, I think he's got it. All right, Dre, we'll see you tomorrow at noon. There he is, the most colorful character. And I mean, any state show. He's Dre Berry. Catch you tomorrow at noon. Justin, I was a little concerned. By now people should know, don't call Dre out. Otherwise, I mean, you should do it on the chat. You're safer. But if you're on the phone, there he comes. He will come in. But hey, Justin, have you seen those judiciary meetings on TV? You can always say, "I'd like to reclaim my time."
Look. I just don't like the fact that y'all like that. That's all I said. That's all I'm saying is that y'all believe too much headlines. That's all I'm saying. And you guys are, and some of these people are too much of believing the headlines and not to know the facts. And that's sometimes I guess people mad. Like he came in right now angry, like as ever, without hearing what I was trying to say.
Well, that's
all right, bro. Yeah. Hey. But you know what? It's another day, another hour. You know, I'm in a good mood. Everybody's in a good mood.
And you should be. Yeah, weekend's coming up.
Today's a good day. You know, I'm not even gonna let. You know what? I have opinions. Just like you have opinions, man. I have opinions. We all have opinions.
Right.
We may not agree, and just because I called you because your name, because you were the one defending Grant, and Grant to me is not a reliable source at all.
Okay.
He's not reliable at all. He's not. He's really not.
Well, and you made that clear. You know what? I like to get some though. I mean, you lost a lot of time there. Did you have anything to say about George Kittle?
He's gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid. It may break the bank, but he's gonna get paid. It's just a matter of time. It may not happen. It's probably not gonna happen until next season, to be honest. This is the same thing we were doing to Forrest, but instead of trading to Forrest, we're actually gonna keep Kittle.
Right.
Same thing. We're gonna pick
no
Kittle.
doubt about
We're gonna pick Kittle. We're gonna keep him, and he's the main. He's not a tight end. He's a receiver and a fullback and a tight end in one set. That's why they need to pay him that much. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree, but he deserves to get paid that max dollar.
What would you pay? What would you pay him, Justin? How much you think that he should be getting?
15 something. 15.
Yeah.
14 or 15. One of those two.
I really like 15. I really wish they'd give him 15. George would feel uninsulted. He is not just a tight end. He's right about that. But I don't want him to get so much that we can't afford anybody else. We need to have some money to keep the team. Yeah, we got to refurbish the team. We can't give George everything because Jimmy G's contract's going to come up later. You got to pay Trent Williams next year. We got to be careful if we want to keep winning ball games to keep personnel. So George has got to be reasonable on this, and I hope he is. And you could incentive package that. Can you imagine a $15 million deal with incentives that could take you well over $20 million? Come on, George is going to make all those incentives. Do it. So we'll see. Because his agent says, well, he gets incentives, but that's not going to put any money in my pocket. So the agent's going to keep pushing it. I know. Anyway, hey, Justin, and don't he's a very passionate fan. Don't take it too serious. That's just the way he talks.
I'm not. Look. Everybody says he turns the bully, man. You're not going to bully me, man. I stand my ground on everything. Grant Cohn is a dummy.
That's good attitude.
That's all that is. And the reason I called you is because you were the one that was main supporting Grant, and I'm saying that you follow too much of his headlines rather than focus on on the facts.
We got to go. He doesn't fully support him. He just sort of likes to get in his butt about things. All right, Justin, we're gonna go. I'm gonna see you Sunday, okay?
I'm chilling, man. Hey, you guys have a good night. You guys stay blessed and you stay healthy, right? I'm in a good mood, man. Let's keep this going.
All right, fam. Have a good night, Justin. My dude, Justin. I can't believe Drake came in and got him like that. Hey, we got another 662. Hello.
Hello?
And yes, and what is your name?
Oh, you hear me, Ronbo?
Yes, and can you hear me?
Oh, this on brand about.
Did you
Yeah,
see your
man,
name?
what's
Wait.
going on,
Did you say your
man?
name is Brian?
Brandon.
Oh, Brandon. Hey, Brandon. All right. Hey, come on in, man. Yeah.
Man, what's going on, man?
Oh man, we're just sitting there looking around, and we're having fun with the Seahawks tonight. Having went out and overreached, overextended, wiped out all kinds of money, and they still have to pay him in 2 years for Jamal Adams in an attempt. And the owner GM went ahead and said it. I went and got him because you guys and George Kittle are making me crazy. And you ain't beat me with his ass next year because I got Jamal Adams to stop him. So, yeah.
The Seahawks is crumbling slowly, and you're Russell already eating up cap like it's crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and now you got Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
Think about that, Ronbo. Just think about the clip.
Mm-hmm.
And Pete Carroll only got a couple years left. What? Like, come on, man.
Him and Russell Wilson. Brandon, I see Russell Wilson. You know how there's that joke about him being traded to the Browns? If Baker Mayfield continues to look like poo-poo and his contract's about to expire, watch them go ahead and ask the Hawks one more time, y'all want to trade for Russell Wilson? We'll take him. Russell Wilson. How much? Yeah. Yeah. Because I would. Because Russell Wilson's got about 2 more years that he can scurry away from contact. Because he ain't going to be out running people that much this year. So, in 2 years, I think Baker's got another year or so. You could see Russie in Cleveland. Pete Carroll went back to SC or quit or something. But that'll be the end of the franchise for the Seahawks for years. And they still got to pay Jamal Adams, Brandon. They got to pay him.
Let me address this for these people out here.
Please.
Oh, Tom Brady finna go to the Super Bowl. They got LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah.
I said, look here, man. Joe Montana warned him. Don't leave the Patriots. Don't leave. I'm telling you, Ronbo, look at this. Brady is gonna get tapped one time. That's all. I'm telling you right now. And for these guys who I be having Chiefs fans in my inbox, and bro, I'm telling you now, I'm all like, dude, y'all not going back. Y'all gonna rule today, and when Lamar Jackson get to them, watch, cause they're not all that, Ronbo.
They're not.
Bro, look at that Super Bowl. Everybody say, "Oh, y'all lost the Super Bowl. Y'all lost the Super Bowl." Bro, go back and watch that game. Mahomes was scrambling the whole night.
Mm. And the referees was helping him. They wouldn't let nobody go get him because the 49ers was being held on some of them plays where Mahomes should have been biting the dirt. No. Ref, look, what's that? I didn't see nothing. Oh,
That little petty foul on Kittle. Are you serious? Randy Moss did it. Are you serious? Ain't nobody calling no info. Come on, bro. Both was crying.
He was mad, wasn't he? You see that time he ran across the field, he was yelling and screaming at the ref? Because they was tackling him. They stopped blocking him, and they started tackling him. I said, what? Oh, he didn't see that, really?
None of that, man. But I'm gonna tell you something about this. Jamal Adams. I'm not even paying attention to it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not gonna change the narrative. They still ain't gonna go to another Super Bowl. Yeah, we know that.
Yep.
Clowning. You can't come with us, bro. We good. We don't need you, man. We don't need you. You know what I'm saying? Because Bill O'Brien messed you up, just like he did DeAndre Hopkins. He messed him up. You know what I'm saying?
D-Hop, they must have been fighting pretty hard. Brandon, I don't care how hard I'm fighting with this dude. I am not trading him. Bill Bryan, I'm bigger than this team, and D-Hop ain't room enough in Texas. As big as the state is, ain't room enough in the state of Texas for you and me to stay here at the same time. So he got rid of him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But I'm gonna tell you like this.
God, I love it. But I do not appreciate it being in our conference. That sucks.
I'm gonna ask you the Ronbo. Who are you worried about this schedule? This new schedule? Are you worried about it?
No, not like in the years past. There's nobody on the schedule. Brandon, we are now, as I keep saying, we used to be the prey. Now, Brandon, we are the predator.
Oh yeah, one more thing, bro.
Walking through the jungle
one more thing
slow.
before I go. I got one more thing before I go, but yeah, Ronbo. You know, man, Adams, man, like. I just looked at that situation. I'm like, y'all really get excited for a safety for Russell still running for his life. Does that make sense?
No, and not for the amount of stuff they gave up. If they would have gave one first-round pick away and maybe McDougal, well, maybe okay. No, y'all gave away 2 and McDougal and a third-round pick.
Do we do that?
Doing?
No. Do we do that? Do John Lynch do that? Does Kyle do that?
No.
Are you serious? Ever since
strange.
Jimmy G came to San Francisco, look at that turnaround.
Still, he can't get no love. Hey,
never.
It's like one guy wrote on Twitter. He says, you know what? Y'all gonna talk about Jimmy G? Well, when he wasn't playing with us, we went 4-12. He comes back and we go to the Super Bowl. How you add that up? You know, so I said, is that a coincidence?
When Tom Brady lost to the Eagles, ain't nobody saying nothing to him. I ain't hearing much they did Jimmy G. They just crucified this man.
Mm-hmm. And Brandon, you bring up another great point too. Here's the thing: Tom Brady. You know, what happened to the person he just replaced? Jameis got sacked 40 plus times. That offensive line. Did they do anything to bolster up that offensive line? Like you said, Tom Brady is not young child anymore. But he'll be taking a blast coming through that. And this is going to be interesting to see. They got LaShawn McCoy, and they're all excited. I said, you know what? Listen, ain't nobody protected Brady. I wish we could play Brady before. I wish he would get to the playoffs. Boy, Tom is going to be eating grass all game long. And he can't run. No speed to dodge.
Cam Newton, too.
That's right. They pick up Cam.
Man, I'm so excited, man. But I'm going to go ahead and leave you, Ronbo, and they got a short run, but try and get a shout out.
Good to hear from you. Brandon. You know you can. You ready? Niners! Brandon! Good to hear from you, fam. Get on back here as soon as you can. Be back Sunday. Looking for you.
We bleed red, white, and gold till I get old.
There you go. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Night, Brandon.
All right, good night, Ronbo.
Oh, there's Blaze Pyrex I've not seen in a long time. Blaze, thanks for that contribution too, fam. All right. And Dancing with Nintendo Stars. Thanks, fam. That's I really love that pair. He's got a lot of great moves. Fam, I gotta tell you, it just warms my pea-picking heart. When I seen what the Hawks did, I couldn't get over it. I said, these are the moments we've been waiting for. And then somebody already came in and mentioned in the chat, some Hawks fan, man, Russell Wilson on y'all, man. Russell Wilson's 11-3 with y'all. And he goes on and on like other people do. And that has been the case. Yeah, Russell Wilson, you can't fight history. Russell Wilson owned the 49ers from 2013 on up until last year when Nick Mullins went out there and handed him his butt. Nick Mullins! Jimmy G should have got his butt twice this year, but of course the field goal kicker, his leg went limp on us because he's a kid and a rookie, and he's kicking the ball all out in the parking lot and over into Sunnyvale. I mean, this is how, and the Chiefs are still running around. I mean, the Hawks still run around saying things. Yeah, we split with y'all last year, and you barely beat us. Okay, but who ended up going to the? I mean, weren't you guys in a wild card game? And I believe that was because of the 49ers. You see, what you Hawks people don't understand is we've been building a team for the last 3 years. We've built it, and now we're starting to decorate it, get the interior designers in here and the landscape and stuff like that. See, the moments have come when you're not going to be able to destroy the house that Kyle and John built. We have now put in place things that are going to be insurmountable. George Kittle is not going to be bothered by what you've done this past few weeks. And nor Jimmy G, as somebody mentioned earlier, it takes a couple of years to get over a knee injury as such. And Jimmy G's also had enough time now to fully understand the concepts of what Kyle is cooking. And also the guys he's got on the field working around with him probably know pretty much what they're doing too. So you see, last year's coming out party beating the Hawks should have been a sweep. It's only the beginning of what's to come ahead for the next 3 to 4 years easily as Russell Wilson slowly sinks into the West and rides off into the sunset along with Pete Carroll and everything else you guys have been trying to do. It's over. Get over it. Glorify yourself in the days gone by. But from here on, we're taking this over. And you guys are going to be nothing but a bunch of little squirrels trying to get a nut. Remember that. And whenever you start talking smack and coming in and talking, remember you are now second-rate citizens. We own this thing. That's the way it goes. Cycles. Hey, John V, I love you, man. Thanks for that contribution. I'm going to get on out of here, and I'll see you Sunday, and we can talk some more 49ers football. Red and gold empire reigns, baby. Hit that like, fam. Niners! God, I love doing that. Oh. We're not off the air yet. Blaze, thanks. Browns has got Case Keenum. And the OC. Well, I guess that pretty much does it. I tell you, that's the writing's on the wall for Baker. I'm really seriously out of here now. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in a minute.